Hello, everybody. Excuse me. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's me, ChipZ, and as you can see, we're picking up with another episode of ChipZ Ahoy. I'm sorry it's been so long. As many of you know, if you've been keeping up with the recent streams, after my last stream, which I think was second to last week in November, maybe right before I went to Japan, so I did a trip to Japan. I'll maybe talk a little bit about that. Maybe I won't, I don't know. It might not be something worth talking about on the channel too much. But yeah, I'm back. I've been back for a few weeks. Obviously, December's a super busy time for me. You know, I had a lot going on, so it was hard for me to do a lot of live content. Some games came out while I was on my trip, like Where Winds Meet and stuff like that, that I really wanted to check out. But yeah, I have a lot of content I've been posting. You might have been seeing that I'm posting some of my Clair Obscur Expedition 33 playthrough. So if you are not, if you like that game, or if you're interested in that game and you are either not sold on playing it, or you've played it and you just want to kind of experience it through somebody else's eyes, give those a view. The playlist is on my channel. It should be some of the videos on my homepage or on recently posted videos, so check that out. I also have more recent episodes of, well, more recent, quote unquote. I've been posting my Shadow of the Erdtree playthrough. So, like I said before, I finished Shadow of the Erdtree like almost 2 years ago now, probably at least about a year and a half ago. And I've just been, you know, super busy, but I'm finally getting back into making content, so don't think you've seen the last of me. But yeah, I wanted to do at least one more One Piece stream before we cap off 2025. I definitely plan to continue to catch up to One Piece in 2026, but you know, I wanted to do at least one stream today. I'm not sure if I'll have another chance to do a stream before the end of the year. If I do, great. If not, you know, I'll see you in the next year. I'll see you in 2026. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of see how we would do, what we would be able to accomplish. And I'm prepared to stream for a little while tonight. So let's get it going. I want to do at least a couple hours. Hopefully we can get through at least 5 chapters. We've been pretty good about doing that the last few streams, so definitely want to keep up with that. For anyone who's been waiting on this, hey, what's up, God's Belik? Remember me? I vaguely do remember you. How are you doing, my friend? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. But yeah, so I'm planning to go for a few hours here, and yeah, so hopefully we can get through at least 5 chapters. I think we've been mostly doing that in the previous stream, so I want to keep that momentum going. I was the guy at Fishman Island. Oh shit! Oh dude! Oh my god! What's up, man? Yeah, I do remember you actually. Have you caught up? Have you made any progress? I'm very curious. Okay, so before we get into it, funnily enough, my phone broke right after. I got a new one, so now I'm at Wano. Let's go, dude. Let's go. So you're still a little behind where we are in the stream, and you know, as much as I appreciate you checking in on the stream, you know, I do want to mention, like, we're way ahead. We're in Elbaf right now. We're kind of making our way through. You know, I don't know how much you know or how much you care about spoilers, but if you do care about spoilers, if you do experience One Piece sequentially, you know, I will not be offended if you go away and come back when you catch up, but loving to have you here and love to see that you've made some progress, man. Hope you've been doing well. I'm on the chapter 1031. Okay, so we're about 100 chapters ahead of you? So you're at the end of Wano, so you're coming up on some good stuff. How you liking Wano so far? How you feeling it? You have any things that you were like really liking or things that you were disappointed by? Let me know. I'm very curious. Yeah, I'll be back when I caught up. All right, sounds good, man. No worries. We'll be here. We'll be here. Sanji's the best. Fuck yeah, dude. I love Sanji. Let's go. You're in a very place that you're in an environment that is very welcoming to Sanji fans. We fuck with Sanji here. He's our goat, our problematic king, if you will. But yeah, man, if you need to come back later, that's totally fine. Wish Usopp got more love though. Hey man, I'm pretty sure we're in Elbaf right now. I'm pretty confident Usopp's about to get some major love. So I hear ya. Usopp doesn't always get the attention that I feel he deserves, but I think his time is coming. Some big stuff coming, I think, for the... love the Scabbards. Dude, the Scabbards are like some of my favorite side characters in the entirety of One Piece. Especially like Kinemon and Momonosuke. Those are like... Kinemon and Momonosuke are like probably the like kind of arc protagonists, or like, you know, the people who've joined up with the crew for like a long period of time. They're my favorites. Like, sorry Vivi, I love you, but you've been eclipsed. Momo is just too endearing, and Kinemon is also endearing. I love how much of a fuck up he is. He's so funny. Vivi, you gotta do more funny shit if you want to get back in my, if you want to eclipse them. You gotta be sillier. You gotta be funnier. Clearly, they're building up Vivi to be important in the final saga, so we'll see what they do with her. I'm pretty excited to see her be reintegrated into the story. But yeah, I feel bad for Momo because he lost 20 years. Yeah, I know, bro, but like the fact that he was willing to like give up his childhood and like rise to the occasion, like it's... Momo is a fucking badass. Like, he is gonna be a great shogun. I love that kid. He's the GOAT. We love Momonosuke. It's also, like, I love the relationship between Luffy and Momonosuke, how, like, Luffy growing up had, like, older brothers that he looked up to, and Momo kind of, like, looks up to Luffy like an older brother. It's really cute. It's a great relationship. It's awesome to see, like, kind of Luffy have, like, a, you know, it'd be like the elder sibling in a sort of brother-like relationship with another character who looks up to him and thinks he's really cool. Vivi become more plot relevant. Yes, I would... She may, because Reverie stuff is happening, right? We're learning more about what happened in the Reverie and the fallout from that. So I don't want to say too much. I don't want you to... well, we'll see what happens with Kin. But yeah, like, either way, like, I hope you really enjoy the rest of Wano. I think it ends on a pretty strong note, despite me having some issues with how it handled certain things, and like how certain characters felt like they were getting a build up to something and maybe didn't get as much of a payoff as I was hoping they would. But, you know, hopefully we'll see some of those characters later, and yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see. I have mixed feelings about Wano, but overall I think it's a solid arc, and I had fun reading it. It was definitely holds a special place in my heart because it was the first arc that I read while doing content, while doing this channel. So I'm just gonna check the audio on the stream real quick, guys. So hang tight. Okay, yeah, we're looking good. Okay, yeah, just wanted to double check audio. Before we get into it. Sounds like the audio is great. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the chapter, shall we? One Piece chapter 1135. So on the last stream, this was like over a month ago now, so bear with me. Going back to chapter 1134, I think it was right after Saul and Robin had reunited. Really beautiful moment. And then now we're basically getting... you know, like, basically an introduction to Elbaf and, like, the library on Elbaf, and they're getting woke scolded by the by the children of Elbaf, who are too woke and going broke because of it. So yeah, this is really great. I'm liking the dichotomies and the character dynamics at play here. We got some old school, like, because I guess the Viking culture is not as barbaric as it once was. All the kids are, they're too woke for that shit, but there are still some bad Viking... bitches in the fray, and yeah, we get this huge library. We get Loki talking to somebody. We don't know who it is. He's talking to someone who's been friends for a long time, but for one reason or another, we've never actually met face to face. Right, I remember this. Okay, so he's talking with somebody, presumably someone who has a beard, because the transponder stale also has a beard. So Loki might be set free. He is like he's in the prison on Helheim, in like the lowest level of Elbaf. So anything can happen. We are in the anything can happen zone of One Piece right now. So it's an exciting place to be. Lots of impending players. And then at the end of last chapter, this huge thing happened. Basically, everyone's having a feast. Loki's talking with a mysterious individual who we don't know who that is. All of a sudden, blam! Lightning, hockey lightning or something strikes, and it strikes at the old castle on the at the peak of the second level of Elbaf, the main level, I guess, like the middle level. They're having a big feast with Dory and Brogy and the Vikings, the giant warrior pirates, and two hooded figures land in a fiery thing. And it was just, they travel just like the Gorosei did. So it looks like someone summoned them with an alchemy circle. They've made a pentagram, summoned these guys, allowed them to fucking teleport there with hockey lightning. And we see two characters, one of them looking suspiciously like Shanks. What is the deal with that? Oh my god, I don't know. And what appears to be, based on the eye, I would guess based on the eyelashes, a lady? It kind of gives me Sheik vibes from Legend of Zelda, aka Zelda in disguise as an assassin. Just kind of like the way her face is covered and the way her hair is kind of coming out of the top of the her hood and stuff. So interlopers appear in a flash. So this is where we left off. Things are heating up. What's about to happen? Let's find out. Okay, chapter 1135. Here we go, baby. Let's get into it. Okay. Chapter 1135, Camaraderie Cups. Oh man, it's Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage. Oh yeah, guys, I went to fucking Japan. I went to the Fushimi Inari Shrine. So like, oh my god, like I've been to Wano. Holy shit, dude. Epic. Yeah, Japan was cool. I don't know if I'll talk about it more. Like it's something I'll probably post on like, I don't know, like Instagram. probably not on YouTube very much, but I don't know, maybe I'll talk about it in some capacity at some point. If I do, it'd probably be like on my main channel. I am looking to, like, so as you guys might have noticed, if you ever were fans of like the main channel, ChipZ, which I used to do more like scripted content, so usually video essays, that's the kind of thing I was going for. There were like one or two videos that I kind of just went off the cuff and then like edited after the fact. But I've just found streaming to be more, I don't want to say effortless, but like streaming is nice because whenever I feel like I can do it and I have enough time to do it, I can just, you know, set up, turn on a few lights, you know, get the stream all set up and basically get going. So it's nice. I recently upgraded my PC as well so I can play games that are a little bit more, a little bit cooler. So like a little bit more heavy duty, intense, you know, stuff like that. So there is elements that I like about being able to just kind of do that whenever I want, right? Like so, whenever I was doing, back when I was doing video essays, I had a lot more time to like write a script because I was living in New York and I would take like the subway to work. So like on my way to work and then on my way home, I would have like 30 minutes each way to just like type on my phone and like create a script. So I would spend like maybe like a few weeks to like a month creating a script, then, you know, reviewing the script, editing it, etc. for like, you know, a few days. Then I could, you know, start like putting things together in video format, recording me like, you know, speaking, talking through the script, then like kind of editing stuff together. Like it was a process. It's interesting. It's definitely like a fun thing, and I liked doing it, and I do like the aspects. I do like editing. Like editing can be fun. It's just like with my current workload, with my current, I have a lot of other hobbies as well. Like I like do kickboxing. I'm trying to get back into like making music and doing some art and stuff like that. So, and I'm also trying to at the moment, like, you know, pursue like kind of new and more interesting avenues in like my career and stuff. So there's a lot of different stuff I'm doing right now. It is a bit difficult for me to kind of allocate a ton of time to like video essays and stuff like that. Though I have been considering ways in which I could potentially revive the OG channel in like still doing like content that is different from what I do on this channel, which is like more off the cuff, just like kind of gameplay and like let's plays and streams and stuff like that. ChipZ Ahoy, the show that we're doing right now. I do want to do some more like some more like kind of, I don't know, scripted content wouldn't necessarily be the word, but like I have some ideas. I do have some ideas of some ways we can kind of bring the old channel back a little bit, and use it for some stuff that still kind of aligns with the original mission of the channel. But yeah, I have some other like content ideas in the pipeline. You'll probably be hearing more about that soon, or in the next few months at least. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to do with this. Anyway, continuing with the chapter. I don't want to get too sidetracked here. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 21. I'm stronger than I was before. Yeah, Tama. She's been training with, what's her name? Oh, so yeah, she just punched Hold'em, and Hold'em and his cat are both looking fucked up by Tama, who was kidnapped by Hold'em. And he pinched her cheek so hard because he was trying to utilize her power, which is to pinch a piece of her cheek off and feed it to animals to make them her servants for a while, I guess. And she's been training with Shinobu, and now she is stronger for it. So good for her. Good to see that she's becoming a more capable kunoichi, which I know is a notable goal for the character. So we always love to see that. We always love to see progression in a character's journey. Okay, let's get into the chapter proper. Excuse me. Oda Ichiru. The letters are huge, so they're reading The Giant's Well of Wisdom. Okay. They're reading in the library. It's hard to make out. So they're reading, but it's hard to make out because the letters are so big. Bibelote is this library's master. Hoots. So, okay, so there's a big old owl. They said he's been here for hundreds of years. All we can say for sure about this owl is he gigantifies any book that enters his territory. Oh shit, yeah, didn't we see that in the last chapter? Like, someone brought a book in and it became giant. That's pretty cool. Bibelote, head librarian of the Owl Library. Hoot! I love owls. Owls are like the coolest animals ever. Besides like octopuses and stuff like that. And giant squids and whales. And other sea creatures. News coups don't come to Elbaf since it's not part of the world government. But sometimes the fishermen bring some tiny papers back here so we can read them. Interesting. So news coups, like with Wano, they don't make it to Elbaf because it's independent of the world government. Very interesting. Very cool. Okay, so we got our girl Vegapunk, aka Lilith. He must have eaten the rear fruit and become a nurturing owl. The rear fruit. No, I think your girl York ate the rear fruit because she got that dumpy on her. Okay, sorry guys. Oh god, we're only what 20 minutes in and we're already fucking being horny on main. Just joking. I was just trying to be funny. I'm not even like, these are cartoon characters. I'm not actually like into them in that way. But not that you can't make a cartoon, woman look attractive, or man, or vice versa. You can, but that's not really. I'm just making a joke. He must have eaten the rear fruit and become a nurturing owl. To think even inorganic things can grow with his power. That's a perfect ability for a kingdom of giants. Interesting. To think even inorganic things can grow with his power. I mean, that's pretty interesting, yeah. Interesting, okay. I wonder what else he can make grow with his power. Like my penis? No. Don't worry. Don't need any help in that department. Alright, feeling nostalgic? Yeah. Okay, so her and Saul are bonding over being in a library together. These are scholars. They love each other. Beautiful. I hope they have medical books here. I know we had a few, but most of it was archaeological and historical works. But that's not necessarily the entire contents of the library. It could be books that weren't just archaeological. It could just be... It's possible that, Robin, you have only been in this library for like a few minutes? Maybe half an hour tops? Come on. You don't know that this entire library is just books that were rescued from Ohara. This could be books from all over the world, right? We got some medical books native to Elbaf, too. Wow, I can't wait to read them. Although those books were always large, so they can't be shrunk down. What? Okay, so, yep. I mean, just go Monster Chopper so you can properly read them, buddy. Okay, so we got Luffy and and Usopp playing with the kids, and they're going on the swings, and they are freaking the fuck out. Everyone except for Luffy. Yahoo! Yeah, what? So they're freaking out. Luffy loves being swung around. The kids are genuinely scared of heights, which is funny because they live on a giant tree suspended in the air. Push harder. So, this giant swing is the best. Burberry, sorry. Usopp looks so funny. Can't you see that you're scaring them? Hey, I wanted it to stop too, Usopp. Yeah, why did Usopp get beat up? Well, it was so scary, Miss Gerd. Okay, and now they're doing the titty hug that all the pervy, yeah, just like Momonosuke, being pervert children. Gross. Does Oda really think children are this, like, fucking perverted? What does this say? Is this a self-report? Hey, it's shameful for a warrior to cry. Hey, it's shameful for a warrior to cry. So, you know, Luffy on that toxic masculinity shit. Back off, Luffy. These kids were raised with nothing but love and kindness. So Sanji, who can't understand what it's like to be raised with love and kindness, is like trying to defend these kids' innocence. Aw, you poor thing. But then Sanji sees their true nature, their true perverted evil nature. So unclean, so impure. And he is immediately about to get super, super mad and kick their asses. Come on, is this universal brat behavior now? I mean, that was my question. Sanji and I are on the same wavelength in that way. This is a bit of a letdown, Usopp. Luffy's like, man, I wish these guys were less fucking woke and lame. MGTOW Luffy. No, not MGTOW, but like Red Pill Luffy is like, man, these guys, you know, men just aren't what they used to, man. Yeah, but it's not like a peaceful Elbaf is a bad thing. So he's trying to be like, dude, I thought this was like a warrior nation, man. So lame. There you are, Straw Hat. Wham. Okay, so yeah. So much for peaceful. You're wide open. So he's attacking him. Oh shit. I mean, Luffy. Don't go too hard on this kid, okay? Dude, Luffy, what are you really about to punch this man in the face? This is a child. Luffy knocked out fucking Hajrudin with a Gear 2 punch back in the Coliseum. Come on, you can't just punch a kid with a Gear 3 punch. So Luffy immediately breaks his fucking wooden sword in half, like no effort, just blocks it. He's like, what? Gear 3, gum? Elephant gun! Wah! Okay, so did he miss on purpose? Did the kid actually successfully dodge? What the fuck, Luffy? Don't overdo it, you dummy. I didn't even hit him. That's not the point. Kya! You're gonna be in trouble. So I guess he did miss on purpose, because we know Luffy's strong enough and can see the future, so he would have been able to hit him if he wanted to. She. It's good to know not everyone around here is spineless. That Luffy is a meanie. I hate violence. I love this. It's so funny. That was so cool. You're an emperor, all right. Wow. So, is this the guy from down below, who is like a big fan of Shanks as well? I wonder if that's who this. Because this guy looks familiar. This kid. You're just as bad, Colon. Okay, Colon. Right. So horrible name, naming him after, naming him Colon. But you know, at least Colon is cool and he appreciates cool things. He's a big shonen fan. He loves action. He loves combat. He loves violence. He's one of the only base children. This guy, most of these kids are on Reddit. Colon is on 4chan. That's so stupid. Colon is on Kiwi. No, okay. All right, let's chill. You're just as bad, Colon. Our resident delinquent is here. Okay, so Colon's a delinquent. Awesome. Why do you have to pull these stunts and ditch school? Shut up! I hate weaklings like you. Fuck yeah! Colon's a badass! So obviously Luffy and Colon are going to be best friends, and we know Colon looks up, just like Luffy, looks up to Shanks. So this is going to be great. I'm really excited to see where this goes. Shut up! I hate weaklings like you. Gah, he's such a brute! Colon, don't cause a scene, dude. God fucking damn. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh my God. What are they doing to me with this character? Big woman. But that was a solid first strike. Okay, she's actually like giving him like, she's like, hey, chill, buddy, but like secretly good job, you know? Based, actually. Mom, Mato-san made all your favorites. Oh wait, this is his mom? What? Your mom? You're a mom, Ripley-chan? At least you're teaching your son the old ways. Aren't you going to tell him to apologize for that sneak attack? Did you know my father's a human too? Wait, what? Huh? He used to be a pirate, and he didn't fear anyone, not even the warriors of Elbaf. Wow. What? Wow. Legon berries. I'm so happy. Okay, so he picked some berries for her. Oh, okay. Your dad's human? I mean, this gives Sanji hope he can maybe mate with the giant woman. Okay, how does that work? Do you just crawl up into the pussy? Like, is that how it's working? What are the mechanics of sex with giants, right? My husband's much younger than me. Our marriage is more informal because of that age gap. He always said it'd be weird to make it official, since he'd be the only one to ever grow old. Is he for real? Lucky man. Whoa, even the library is awesome here. These books are huge. Luffy, I want to talk with Saul a little longer. I'll meet you at the feast later. Okay, cool. So they haven't gone to the feast yet. Dure shi. Those guys party for 3 days straight, so we'll have plenty of time. I'm staying too, so Chopper and Robin are hanging out. Got it. Don't worry about me either. I'm going to hang around and get my resident permit. Me too. Okay, so Bonnie, Robin, Chopper, and Lilith, and I would assume also Kuma, right? Are probably all going to hang out and get situated at the library. Very cool. So groups are being divided. So this is how all One Piece arcs work. You know, you start out with, I mean, oftentimes you start out with, you know, people getting to the island and getting separated, or they arrive together. But usually people get separated somewhere along the way. So now that all of our characters are together for that moment with Saul, now they all have to be split up again so we can have like different sort of character dynamics, different arcs, like characters making connections with new characters on Elbaf, like and like different people getting into sort of different situations. This happens every arc. This is like Oda's bread and butter. This is what he does. So we're seeing it happen again, obviously here. So exciting. I love to see. That means things are about to happen, basically. I also got some business around here. This entire kingdom is on an Adam tree. So right, he loves the Adam wood that he bought from Treasure Tree Adam. That's so cool. I did really like that was the tree that they live on is Treasure Tree Adam. That's actually a neat tie back to the lore, you know, like a long-standing lore that we knew about this tree. Yeah, there are a few Adam trees around the world. Okay, so there's a few of them, not just this one. But the age of this one is off the charts. I want to learn more about the treasure tree while we're here. That's the same kind of wood which the Sunny is made of. So this is just Oda reminding us. He doesn't have to do this, but he's doing it because he wants us to remember. Not everyone's going to remember that the Sunny is made of Adam wood. No worries, we'll just go on ahead. I got to eat before I starve. I'm at my limit. Does that mean he's like weakened? That he's running on fumes here? I've got something for you. What is it, Gerd? I've got something for you. Okay, what is it, Gerd? Yo, this is excellent. I look more like a warrior now, don't I? So she gave them cool Elbaf outfits. Dude, fuck yeah. Frankie's got a sick-ass beard. Look at that. That's awesome. And Brooke looks great as well. Dude, fuck yeah, dude. This is great. I love seeing... Robin looks incredible. God, she looks good. I love that she's got her bangs back. That's just the best thing ever. That makes me so happy. Even Jinbei looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. He looks alright. Looking cool, Jinbei. I like his cool-ass belt with the swirling Jormungandr snake. Very cool. Yo, this is excellent. I look more like a warrior now, don't I? Damn right. Yo, damn right, Brooke. I'm feeling stronger already. Say, how come you've got clothes our size? I like making human clothes for fun, but that's all it is, I swear. Okay, so she's trying to, like, say, like, I'm not like the guy who captured you and put you in all those weird clothes that was, like, super predatory and gross. Yeah, they're so cute. So she's freaking out because she loves how cute they look because they're so tiny. They're like figurines to her. I'm glad you like them. They're wonderful. Thanks, Gerd. It's surprisingly comfortable. All right, we'll meet you guys at the village. Okay, so these guys are on the move. Who's that going with them? Is that also Gerd? I guess Gerd is going with this group. And they're taking a boat down. I guess they can fly on a boat through the clouds. Yeah, that seems to be what's happening. They're like paddling through the clouds. So this seems to be, it seemed to have some like kind of, I forget the name of the cloud technology in Skypiea, but it seems like this is like related to that in some capacity, right? See you later. So, okay, so they're flying down. Okay, so we're back at the castle. We're seeing the people who showed up before. Quest Castle. Okay. Or Oest Castle, excuse me. Near the Western Village. Hey, what are you twerps doing? What are your twerps doing here? We guards can't let you roam free, you know. Are you part of the Straw Hat crew? What business do you have in this country? So ... We're looking for the one called Loki. Oh shit, so there's some guards here, so this is like an old castle, right? Interesting, okay. Yeah. Loki, why would you want to see that criminal? This guy looks cool, I like his design. Honestly, both these guys look pretty cool. Our country suffered greatly because of him. He's the king-slaying fiend who killed our beloved King Harold. That's why this castle is so empty. Okay, interesting. So Loki slayed the king. He, I think we already knew this in some capacity, or at very least, it was speculated that he slayed the king. That's why this castle is so empty. Then will you tell me where he is? We can't do that. On the off chance he uses you to escape somehow. So you won't tell me. Sorry, this was a waste of time after all. Okay, so what just happened? Huh? So this guy freaks out. He's like, what? Huh? Wait, so so something just happened. Like, it seems like a bunch of things are being hit, and that's what the sound effect is, presumably. No, this has to be some sort of joke. Boogie! It hurts! Huh? What's wrong? So, the cool-looking giant with the cool-ass, like, spiky mustache. This guy's design is so cool. I mean, both of their designs are cool. I really like this guy's design with, like, the long horns. He looks awesome. So, for whatever reason, whatever this guy did just affected him. Huh? What's wrong? It hurts! It hurts! Ah, boogie! Okay, so... This is what happens when you're too rude and prideful. I wasn't really asking before. Okay. I wasn't really asking before. Gwa, this time I'm ordering you to tell me. Okay, so the chic-looking character has somehow brought this man to his knees just by, like, looking at him. This time I'm ordering you to tell me. What's going on? Okay, so something's happening. These guys are questioning them. Western Village, Elbaf. We've come a long way from the East Blue. Yeah, we finally made it. Hey, the Straw Hats are back. We always dreamed of coming to the country of giants, the homeland of the world's greatest warriors. Oh, this is cute. I really love this image of Luffy and Usopp just having a ball, man. They just love being here. This is like what they've always dreamed of, especially these two guys. They've always wanted to go to Elbaf, so this is so nice just to get to, like, I was never 100% sure that we would go there within the confines of the story, because I always assumed it wasn't on the Grand Line. At least until we got into the New World, because then it seemed like, okay, Wano is definitely going to be a place that we go. So I presumed that the other place we've heard the most about, Elbaf, would also be a place we go as well. So it started to make more sense after the time skip, to me anyway. But yeah, this is great. It's just so awesome. I think for me, I just always assumed that if we did get to go to Elbaf, like, it would be maybe like where Usopp goes by himself, like in sort of like the epilogue of the story, like him continuing his adventure as a brave warrior after his journey with the Straw Hats has, like, potentially come to an end or gone on pause or something. So, but I'm loving that we get to see it within the confines of the story. It's so great. This feels like a real culmination of so many things, including, like, Robin's story, Usopp and Luffy's reverence for the giant warriors and looking up to them. It's great. This is awesome. We've been expecting you. After all, you small folk defended our pride. Okay, so I love that they're broing out with Dorian Brogy and with, oh my god, with Oimo and Kashi. This is great. You freed us after we were fooled, and you saved me from being erased. Yes, so Hajrudin has a debt to pay for to them as well. It's great. They all are like so indebted to Luffy and Usopp and the Straw Hats. It's wonderful. It's just great to see, you know? Okay. All of us would like to officially welcome you to Elbaf. Whoa! Okay, so is this Zoro in the background? I can't quite tell. We may be small, but they aren't looking down on us. Aw, that's awesome. It's cool to see. It's cool to see our boy Usopp. This beaming with just like joy. Joy and happiness to be among his heroes and to be recognized by them. Isn't that so cool? Like, this is like almost like the culmination of his dream, to be like a brave warrior of the sea, to be recognized by the brave warriors that he looked up to, you know? Here's to the great pirate Straw Hat Luffy, one of the 4 emperors. So he's drinking, and Luffy drinking, that's interesting. Don't see that every day. Rah! And to his crew that took down those monsters, Kaido and Big Mom at Wano. Wow! So everyone's yelling, and Nami's like, it's fucking loud, dude. I'm sensitive to sound. She's, you know, she's, our based queen is just sensitive to overstimulation. I can relate, you know. Raise your camaraderie cups. Okay, awesome. So everyone's raising their camaraderie cups in a big, boisterous cheer, and they're all having a Viking party. Fuck yeah. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. But it's just like the design of the Vikings just looks so cool, you know. Raise your camaraderie cups for the Straw Hat crew. And this is a great big, like, huge spread. You'll love to see it. And I even love, like, the sign on the inn with the 2 mugs, like, being, you know, smacked together. That's really cool. And I love that the Straw Hats are sitting on the table of food and they're being lifted up, like, welcomed in style. Wow, cheers, Crash. Okay. Boja, they're really living it up. It seems the Straw Hats have returned. Huh? Aren't you the giant that was caught on Saboti? Interesting. Oh, he was. Yeah, this is the guy who was caught on the Saboti. He was like Rayleigh's... he was in the cell with Rayleigh. He was going to be sold as a slave. That's right. Call me Stason. After Hajrudin told me we were going to be under your umbrella, I knew it was fate that brought us together back then. I'll definitely repay this debt one day. Thank you. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, he's got the same scar, but he has like a more filled out beard, which is cool. Back then he was looking more like Uroj, our hero. Where is Uroj, dude? Is he gonna come through for Elbaf, dude? When is our boy, the Mad Monk, Ma D Monk, gonna come into the fray, dude? We've been waiting so long. So long. Where is our boy? Please don't tell me you forgot about Uroj, Oda. He needs to show up. We got Bonnie. We have one more supernova that we need to be involved in the final saga. It is our boy Uroj. Bring that boy out. The lovemaker himself. I think Oda specifically is like, yeah, his hobby is lovemaking. It's like the funniest thing ever. Based. I'll definitely repay this debt one day. Thank you. A refresher on Stanson. Stanson, right. I don't know why they said Stason up here. It's Stanson. That makes more sense. A childhood friend of Hajrudin that was captured while napping and brought to be sold at the human auction house. Due to another incident, the Straw Hat crew caused a commotion that allowed him to go free. Right. So it was like kind of an accident. In the end, I think it was probably Rayleigh who freed him, but Straw Hat's commotion allowed for him to escape, you know, more or less unharmed, right? I see. I'm glad what we did helped you. Are you all having fun? Elder Ja Rule! Elder Ja Rule is here. Who's that? So, for those who don't remember, this guy is from Big Mom's flashbacks. There was Mount Beard and Fall Beard, and Fall Beard was murdered by Big Mom in like a fit of while she was freaking out in like a hunger fit that she had. It was kind of an accident. Like, he went to attack her, she broke his sword, and then like slammed him down on his head. And he's an old man, so he died of a head wound. It's just unfortunate, right? Yeah. But anyway, that Big Mom flashback was crazy, dude. I hope we get that addressed here in some capacity. Wow, he's 408 years old? Holy shit. Is this the oldest giant we've seen? And he's like way bigger than everybody. I guess that makes sense. He's Mountain Beard, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a second. Did he not die? Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's see what happens here. It's so crazy. Because this arc, we already know so many characters, right? We've met them throughout the series, or we saw them in flashbacks and stuff. So it's interesting to, you know, have them all be... Like, we already have, like, some familiarity with the people on this island, which is more than we can say for, like, most arcs, you know? Excuse me. Oh. Ooh, that last pull. Excuse me, guys. Oh. Oh my, it looks like we have some tiny guests. That giant's built like a mountain. Holy shit, so Luffy and Usopp are pogging at this big lad. He is way bigger than fucking Dory. Holy shit. Elder Ja Rule, you made it! Mountain Beard Ja Rule. Hero of the giants, the oldest one in the world, 408 years old. So he's an old ass man. He's like almost 500 years old. That's crazy. He's got a sword in his head. What's the deal with that? Hey, there's a sword in your head, Gramps. Ba-ja-ja-ja. Oh, this old thing? I'm lucky my helmet saved me. Literally got a sword through his skull. That's so funny. But it's going right through. An overwhelming impact. Okay. Epic, dude. We're getting reintroduced to a bunch of characters we've seen or met along the way. Feels like every giant we've ever been introduced to is here. And they are all, like, tied in with other characters that we know and love and care about. So this is epic. I'm really excited that, like, the gang's all here in Elbaf. Like, this feels like a culmination. Let's move on. Let's go to chapter 1136. Let's do it. The country that awaits the sun. Okay, so we're starting with 1136, the country that awaits the sun. Just like Fishman Island, right? We're going to get Sun God. They're awaiting Sun God Nika, perhaps? Prophecy piece, maybe? I mean, okay. Like, we do know that the giants believe in, like, the Sun God, whatever that is. So, like, presumably, Luffy has the Sun God Nika Devil Fruit, which makes him look and act like what the legends of Sun God Nika are or something. We know that Devil Fruit come from, like, the manifestation of, like, people's dreams may never die type of shit. So it's like, we know that in some capacity, like we're getting more information about Devil Fruits, about Nika, about the giants. Like, it's all coming together. So I'm not mad about it. I've made my peace with Gear 5. I don't think... Like, I like it more than I initially did. And I don't even mind the switch up from, what's it called, to... You know what? I just realized. Oh, sorry. I just realized I had the pre-chapter animation going this whole time, so you guys didn't even see what chapter I was doing. So, you know what? That might actually be good, because I think I had a video that got, or was like a video that got claimed because I was showing some chapter stuff in the background. But I think with the One Piece overlay, I think we should be okay. It's not like super visible. It's not like this, and just to be clear, this is not a market substitute for reading One Piece. Do not consider it a market substitute for reading One Piece. If you're here, I hope that you're interested in my read on One Piece and going through it with someone who knows the series really well and, is able to make it a fun read through. I like reading through with other people. If you're reading alongside me, I hope you have, like, the chapter open on your screen or on your iPad or on your phone so you can read along in that way. you know, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Like, this is more of like a discussion, theorizing, you know, and just having fun. Like, you know, if you've already read the chapters, this is a good way to kind of read them through again through a different lens, and you know, just have a good time while doing it. So, not a substitute for the chapters themselves, just to be 100% clear about that. So, okay. Let's get into this. So, the country that awaits the sun, and looks like Who's Who. This might be Who's Who's house. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 22, a mysterious hidden base in Udon. So, Who's Who's base? We know that Who's Who used to be a member of CP9. He was defeated by Shanks, presumably, when Shanks, because he was escorting the Gum Gum fruit, now we know as the Nika Nika no Mi, essentially. But a very important fruit. He failed in his escort mission. Shanks robbed them and took the fruit, and Luffy ate the fruit. And then Who's Who was kicked out of CP9, and presumably he was very talented. He was a rival to Rob Lucci back in those days. We know Rob Lucci has majorly eclipsed him now, I would presume, based on Rob Lucci's showing in the last arc. But yeah, so now we have Who's Who again. And, you know, we didn't see him at the end of the arc, so it's interesting to see if he's still active. I do like him as a character, and I'm curious to see what he'll do. And when I say like him as a character, I know he's like blatantly racist towards fishmen. I want to make it super clear that I don't give a fuck. No, I'm just joking. No, I mean, obviously he's like, you could see him as like a problematic fave, right? Like, he's not even a fave. I liked how he's got like a cool aesthetic. I liked his fight with Jinbei. He's clearly very strong. I kind of wish Jinbei didn't like his fight with Jinbei was cool because it felt like it was like evenly matched until Jinbei just kind of like got mad enough to beat him in like one punch. So that's one of those things where I wish Jinbei had a harder fight. Either Who's Who had given him more trouble, which I think would have been, you know, cool. I don't mind that Jinbei won. Jinbei was gonna win, but like, I either wish it had been a harder one fight, because it was like Jinbei got a little beat up, but he was mostly okay, and he was active for like the rest of the raid. But if you're not gonna make Jinbei have like a high diff fight, why not put him up against like Jack, you know? And that's something I've gone back and forth about, where like, like originally I liked the idea of Jack taking on, okay, so in concept, so going back to Wano, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do want to touch on this. So I've talked about this before at some point. So yeah, going back to Wano, like, what's his name? So like, Jack ended up fighting, and we'd seen Jack get beat up a million times, so Jack's a little disappointing, but I like, it's just because he was like built up as a real threat, and then he just jobbed the whole time. But he was mostly used like as a benchmark to measure other characters, not to measure himself, right? So Jack getting defeated by Dogstorm, on paper, I think that's cool, right? And like on paper, I like that, like, because my headcanon is that even though Kaido might be stronger in like a one-on-one fight than maybe Big Mom is, because Big Mom is just like older, she's more like kind of past her prime, she, you know, tends to like fuck up and get distracted and get like hunger pangs, and like she's a little bit more of like a loose cannon, even though her powers are super, super cool and awesome. And I love Big Mom. I'm not saying this to diss on Big Mom, but like the fact that like I like the idea that Kaido, you know, like Big Mom has like they have different strategies in gaining territory and gaining influence in the world in order to be, you know, rise to the top. Big Mom's is through like kind of political marriages that expands her territory, allows her to kind of like expand her territory outwards from Taut Land and kind of just continue gaining more and more influence via political marriages. I think that's like super cool, and like that's like one of the coolest things in all of One Piece. I can't, like, to this day I can't get over how like cool Whole Cake Island, the Whole Cake Island arc as a concept is, and just like how it opens up, because it's like, unlike characters just, you know, or like different forces in the world fighting for power, it's like no, like Big Mom actually got like political with it, and I'm like, that's fucking sick. That is so badass. So I love that. But then like Kaido is more about like you know, uncovering the ancient weapons and like he basically is like trying to get like an army of beasts, so he's using science and like resurrecting like ancient giants, and like it's just interesting that there are these like different kind of approaches to gaining power. Now, because Kaido's crew is full of a bunch of fucked up weird smile users, and he's got like some pretty strong guys, but a lot, and he like will, it's like a meritocracy where like if you're strong you rise to the top or whatever, basically, and he'll like bring like supernovas and other notable pirates under his wing by like defeating them or pressuring them to join him or die, right? Like with Hawkins and with Drake and stuff, or maybe Drake, not Drake, but with Hawkins and with Apu and stuff like that. So it's interesting to see that like what's his name, it's just interesting to see the god damn it. So I guess what I was trying to get at, like, I liked that Dogstorm took on Jack while Nekomamushi took on what's his name, Prospero, because Big Mom's crew being like all of her children, and like we know her crew is super strong. Like those generals that she had, like all of her kids walking over to fuck Luffy up after his argument with Sanji, where he did the hunger strike or whatever, is like one of the most badass, most intimidating moments in all of One Piece. And like how, like, I love the way they characterize Big Mom's crew in Whole Cake Island as just like, we can't win this, we gotta run. Like, where with Kaido's crew, it's like they do build a coalition to take him down, which is the only thing that would have worked because their crews aren't big enough, at least not at the time. But for me, I like that, like, it seems like Kaido's crew in general feels like a bit more surmountable, just because they're a bit more like, they're not quite as like, they don't have as much like depth. Like Kaido has like some really strong like lieutenants in Jack and in Who's Who and in Black Maria and stuff. But what's cool about and in King and Queen, but like compared to like Big Mom, who has fucking Streusen waiting in the wings, who's like a proto Mihawk, like he's super powerful. Like Jesus Christ, that dude cut the whole Cake Castle, in half basically. You have the first son, Prospero. You got all of the kids, no matter whether they're sweet generals or not, they are badass. They're super strong. Like, Daifuku and Oven, like, they're not even sweet generals, but they are like forces to be reckoned with. I imagine they could take on any of the Flying Six, at very least go toe-to-toe with them, if not beat them. And like, just the fact that these guys are so fucking strong, and like, not to mention like some of the, like, Mont d'Or, you got what's his name, the other sweet general who got beat by Uroge and presumably Kid, what's his name, Snacks. Like, you have all these, like, she basically, like, Prospero is like a general in and of himself. Snacks is also a general, basically in strength. And then like also Daifuku and Oven, like Big Mom's crew has like she runs deep. Like, she has like where Kaido has like first, second, and third string, Big Mom has like in like a baseball sense or like a sports sense, it's like, okay, like, bring in like the next round of people to go play on the field and give our other guys a break. You have your starters, then you have your second string and your third string in sports, right? Big Mom, she's just rolling deep. Like, all of her like crew members and the people like she has in that environment are just so fucking strong, dude. Like, it's the reason why they had to fucking run, even with Capone and the Fire Tank Pirates and the Gurma on their side, like, and the Fishman Pirates. Like, they just, like, all they could do was like hold off the inevitable, which was Big Mom winning. And what a great way to build up Big Mom as like a threat too. But yeah, like, I know I kind of went on a tangent there, but like, the only thing I don't like, because on paper that sounds good, and I love the fact that, Dogstorm and Cat Viper being like basically equal in power, and them both taking on like basically, him beating Jack in Sulong and Nekomamushi beating Prospero in Sulong, shows that Prospero is basically like, it just shows that Prospero isn't even a sweet commander, one of the 3 sweet generals. He's still being compared somewhat to Jack. Now, we know Jack already got the fuck kicked out of him by both Nekomamushi and Dogstorm in Sulong on the roof. So we know Jack's already kind of on his last legs. So it's not 100% comparable. Like, it took technically both Nekomamushi and Inuarashi to take him down. But the general sense I get is that, like, Oda was trying to say, like, yeah, Jack's strong, but compared to King and Queen, like, it's not quite the same. And, like, even compared to, like, someone like, I would argue, fucking, who was the guy who fought Luffy, before, the Sweet Commander who fought Luffy, in the, Forest of Death, or, not Forest of Death, the forest where, Luffy first got to Whole Cake Island. Ah, shit, no, it's like a guy who can make, like, he makes, like, biscuits. Was it biscuit or something? It was something like biscuit. It was, yeah, it was a guy, he like, lived in a gingerbread man, or, like, in a biscuit man, and he had biscuit powers, and he had a cool sword, and he had, like, this firecracker hair. He's one of the Sweet Three generals. Like, I feel like that guy, even though he's got a lower bounty than Jack, could probably beat Jack. That guy was, like, really, really strong, and had crazy, like, power, right? Like, even one of his cracker guys was enough to, like, fuck up Luffy in Gear 2 and Gear 3. Like, isn't that nuts? Like that's crazy. Like, so, like, I remember there was some debate, like, oh, you know, Jack has a higher bounty than, like, Cracker, and Cracker was his name. Jack has a higher, like, you know, like, and, like, King and Queen have higher bounties than fucking Katakuri. I think it's just mostly because I think they have a higher bounty because Kaido is, like, more gung-ho about just, like, going out and fucking shit up. Where Big Mom, like, is playing chess. You know, she literally has her, like, you know, chess characters. Like, it's all about playing chess, you know? Like, she is essentially, like, you know, kind of doing, like, a Machiavellian-style takeover of the New World by way of doing these political marriages and backstabbing, like, certain parties, like, you know, doing espionage, like, where Kaido does that as well, but, like, Kaido is also, like, he's willing to go toe-to-toe with the world government if, like, he wants to. Same, we saw that with Jack as well when they were trying to rescue Doflamingo. Like, those guys will just attack a marine battalion, like, you know, battalion out of nowhere. And I'm not saying Big Mom would run away from a battle with marines, but I think Kaido maybe seeks out conflicts, like direct head-to-head conflict, more than Big Mom does, where Big Mom can do that, and she's not afraid of a fight, but she also, like, she's also satisfied with, like, kind of playing a long game, you know? So I like the idea that Kaido's, you know, Kaido and his cohorts have higher bounties than Big Mom's group because they're causing, like, less direct damage, like, physical damage to the Marines and the world because they're less, like, they're doing, like, things, like, kind of via, like, you know, I guess, like, political Machiavellian style, like, you know, kind of slow political takeover as opposed to, like, just, like, raping and pillaging and raiding, like, Vikings, you know? So there is an interesting dichotomy there, and it shows that Big Mom's crew, I think, is a cut above Kaido's crew. Because I think, you know, even if Zoro could beat Katakuri, I think he'd have a harder time than against someone like King, personally. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, continuing. Sorry for the long-ass tangent. Good lord, that took like 15 minutes. All right, back to the chapter. I'm sorry, I will go on less tangents going forward. But anyway, this all to say, I'm excited to see who's who. I'm excited to see who's who. If we get to. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 22, A Mysterious Hidden Base in Udon. Okay, great. Chapter time. It's so tasty. This moose reminds me of dinosaur meat. So giant moose actually has a sword in his skull, which is pretty funny. This moose reminds me of dinosaur meat. So Luffy's freaking out. He loves dinosaur meat, which I think he had back on Little Garden. So a bit of a callback there. They're quite tricky to catch, as ferocious as they are delicious. So Mount Beard is like taller than ever, like significantly taller than all the giants here. That's pretty crazy. I didn't realize he was that big. Big Mom beat one of these guys in like one hit. That's crazy. Wild. No task is too great if it's for one's savior. That's Hajrudin. I appreciate it, Hajrudin, Stanson. Glad you like it. It's rare for humans to make it all the way to the Sun Realm. Interesting. So yeah, they're on the Sun Realm right now, which I think is the middle realm of Elbaf. Most confuse the underworld for Elbaf proper and flee before they find their way up here. I mean, that's interesting. It does make sense as well. Very cool. Listen up. The mighty Ors was a warrior legendary even to you giants. He'd tower over any... Oh, so Usopp's telling a fucking story. Okay, awesome. Listen up. The mighty Ors was a warrior legendary even to you giants. He'd tower over any of you 3 times over. And guess who finally finished him? That's right. It was me, Usopp. Usopp's like, yeah, it was me, baby. Liar Usopp, we'd love to see it. A god Usopp who defeats all of the Ors-like guys, the ancient giants. Whoa, way to go, Captain Usopp! And Jinbei's like, the fuck? Wow, your skin really is blue. And he's like, oh god, these racist motherfuckers. You should see Fishman Island. There's as many skin tones as there are fish in the sea. That's cool. It's kind of like having scales. So they're all looking at him being like, wow, I've always wanted to see a mermaid. No shame in that. They're a sight to behold. Mermaid Cove is more enticing than heaven itself. Whoa! So this guy's like, that said, my heart soars just as much when I see you giant ladies. Okay, so Sanji going full horn dog over here. And honestly, the ladies are loving it. I love to see that there's like a more mutual thing going on between Sanji and the women in the past few arcs, right? Like him like flirting with Stussy and Stussy actually like kind of like almost like reciprocating the affection or like the like she's like, oh, okay, like very cool, you know, like kind of into him hitting on her a little bit. I like that. I like that Sanji's like actually, you know, doing okay with the ladies the last few arcs. You love to last few arcs. You love to see it. My heart soars just as much when I see you giant ladies. Oh, Sanji-kun, you're so silly. It's cute. Aw. Yeah, so they're kind of sunning him a little bit, but that's okay. Woohoo! Beauties everywhere. I'm getting buried in babes. And what are you? Who, me? I can answer with my own blues. My what the heck am I, Diddy? Yeah! I guess it's a big wide world out there. Let's toast to it. Okay, so this guy's got a crazy underbite. This guy's wearing some sort of like weird reindeer dog thing. I'm surprised so many giants have never gone out to sea. Yeah. I kind of assumed they were all pirates. Yeah, oh, this guy, this fucking creep. Yeah, Nami Tasso, I wanna apologize to ya and this utter straw hat bout before. So he's like all fucked up, bloody and bruised and with the big ol' eye bulging. Yeah. Nice. He ain't gonna be forgiven that easily, but beating a proper apology out of him was the least we could do. So he's like shaking. So Gerd is kind of, you know, making him apologize, of course. He just popped up out of nowhere. Gerd Tasso's sadistic side really makes my heart flutter. Is he saying that out loud or in his head? I can't quite tell. Don't sweat it. It's not like anyone died. Although that's only because Usopp stopped me. That's only because Usopp stopped me. If he didn't, it would have been your head. Okay, so Zoro aura farming as usual. And he like wipes. Okay, that's one of the cooler. I gotta say, I'm not always the biggest fan of Zoro post time skip because it feels like they strip some of his like funnier aspects of his personality a little bit after the return to Sabaody. Which, like, I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, he got some funny moments in Wano, don't get me wrong. But I'm not 100% immune to the fucking aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a cool-ass panel. I do like seeing him just, like looking fucking strong and tough. Like, that's a cool look right there. That's sick. If you didn't, it would have been your head. Oh, shit, and this guy's feeling the aura emanating from Zoro's cock. And when I say cock, I mean color of the conqueror, guys. Get your head out of together, okay? Come on now. Roto, yeah. Don't tell me you picked a fight without checking their current bounties. You never stood a chance. Oh shit. So yeah, Zoro's looking fucking hard as nails here. Nice. Oh, I like the look of this cool guy over here. He looks like a chef. He kind of has like a cool beard and a mustache. Don't hold back next time, Heart. Tasso. She's so harsh. I can't get enough. So he's a fucking masochist. He wants her to step on him, of course. Are we going to see a budding romance between these two? That would be interesting. Come on, everyone born here on Elbaf shares the same dream. To become the next sun god and rule the world. Sun god? Yeah, so he was playing the sun god in his house. That was his the little setup he had, you know, with them all dressed up in that little area with all the captured humans he has. Sun god? Are you kidding me? The sun god isn't a ruler? That's right, he's the god of liberation. More like destruction. Are you kidding me? The sun god isn't a ruler. That's right, he's the god of liberation. More like destruction. You're wrong. Everyone knows he was the god of laughter. So a lot of people have different opinions about what the sun god is. And it seems like they're all kind of like, you know, por qué no las tres, you know? Por qué no las more than one? Like, why can't it be both? Why can't it be all three? I think it probably is. It's getting rowdy. What's this about? A god? What's this about a god? What's this about a god? So they're all fighting. They're all like, hey, okay, so a bunch of giants are having a fucking mosh pit. Hell yeah. The sacred Harley texts have been passed down for generations in Elbaf. Harley texts. Interesting, okay. The legends are written in an archaic language, so there have been countless interpretations. I wonder if they can read the poneglyphs just because they're so fucking old. So now we got Fallbeard or Mountbeard and Luffy talking. No one can say for sure which translation is accurate, and this is the result. According to the Harley text, the world has already been destroyed twice before. Oh shit. Okay, so he's dropping some deep lore right here. This Harley text sounds like we could be getting a crazy what's it called? A crazy you know what I'm talking about? A crazy the thing that Robin reads, the poneglyph. We could be getting a crazy poneglyph. Maybe that's the Harley text. Maybe they just have a different word for it, as many cultures do, right? No one can say for sure which translation is accurate, and this is the result. According to the Harley text, the world has been destroyed twice before, and the name of sun god Nika is invoked after each instance. Nika. So it seems like there's a cycle here. Cycle's repeating itself. Luffy looks so funny in this picture. What the fuck? He looks like a weird dolphin. Okay. Who can say if he was the world's savior? Okay, so we got basically the drawing that we've all kind of seen silhouetted, but this is like the actual drawing. Looking a lot like Luffy. Looking a lot like Monkey D. Luffy, okay? Who can say if he was the world's savior or the great destroyer who brought it crashing down? Probably both in some capacity, right? All we know for sure is that he heralds great change. That's why the rulers of the day always tend to fear Nika's return. Very true, because they fear the change to the world order, the change to the structure of the world. Nika. That's the guy Bonnie mentioned. Yes, the sun god has become a symbol, someone the hopeless and desperate turn to for salvation. Interesting, okay. They say Nika is adorned by white clouds, with white hair and white clothes to boot, and he is said to have a contagious booming laugh. No wonder everyone's been saying I look similar. But I'm sure he's got nothing to do with me. So, it seems like Mountbeard is like, you don't know? Like, he's kind of like, do you not know what you are? Don't be so dismissive, Straw Hat. You'd understand if you were born on Elbaf. We all look up to Nika, so they're all like, the legend of Nika is like what we're all about. We love that guy. Interesting. Not to defend Roto, but he wasn't lying about us all sharing the same dream. So they all want to be warriors of liberation. Loki was the same. I believe his motive for Harold's murder was his attempt to follow in Nika's footsteps. Nothing could justify what he did, Elder. So, okay, so, I mean, it's clearly not, you know, he killed the fucking king, but it's an interesting perspective. Fallbeard is cool. I like that he's involved here. Loki? So he's a good guy? No way in hell! So they're all freaking out. Oh, right, Loki gave him something to do. He gave Luffy a mission. I forgot about that. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. He's the accursed prince. There was a prophecy before Loki was born that foretold that King Harold would be slain by his son. Then shortly after his birth, the royal steed, the horse of fortune, died. Oh shit. The horse of fortune, okay. See, I know the giant's having like a golden goose that could lay golden eggs or something, like, or a goose that could lay golden eggs. That was the thing in Jack and the Beanstalk, right? But yeah, we still don't know what like mission Luffy was given by Loki, but we know he has a mission. I feel like it's going to end up causing some chaos, and yeah, we'll see what happens here. That was the same year that Lin murdered the legendary hero Jarul, or Jorul. Yeah, so it's Jarul and Jorul, or Jorel, or something, okay. Or Jorul. And the tragedies kept coming. A year later, the queen herself passed on. So shortly after Loki's death, shortly after his birth, the royal steed, Horse of the Fortune, died, and that was the same year that Lin murdered the legendary hero Jorul, and they're like, fuck Lin, because they all hate her. And the tragedies kept coming. A year later, the queen herself passed on. I hope someone comments on the Lin thing. I really want to see like what people think about that. I don't know. Maybe they won't. Who knows? Maybe it's just a cool thing in their history that we know about, but Luffy doesn't, right? The princeling would go on to use his natural strength to make the realm of the dead his own personal playground. Oh shit. Interesting. So he was even strong as a baby. He killed many of those ferocious beasts and tamed the rest. He even released a few into the village. Oh shit, okay. And that was all by the age of 10. Okay, so he's got like almost a legend similar to Kozuki Oden, you know, where he was doing crazy things even as a kid. He was an arsonist. Loki's mischief endangered countless lives, and he burned down the village. I guess he was actually an arsonist because the village was on fire. That's crazy. They were literal about that. Okay. He had the authority of the prince and a malicious personality. He caused hell whenever the king wasn't looking. Then finally, I wonder if he didn't kill the king. I feel like that would make more sense. In that very castle, Loki killed King Harold. So is this King Harold in a casket? And is the casket being opened, or is it? Huh. So this is the lightning. We're seeing lightning next to what would be the dead King Harold? The greatest monarch Elbaf ever knew. Wow. Harold is also in, like, I know that's there's a King Harold in what's it called, Vinland Saga as well. I believe it's Canute's brother. It was known to be pretty cool, I think. King of Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. A splendid wise man who tried to connect with the outside world, to get people to see beyond Elbaf's feared reputation as a land of warriors. Interesting. Interesting, okay. Lord Charul was stabbed trying to stop Loki. Okay. So we didn't actually see... I was wondering if this was a reference to Lin in some capacity, but no, it was something that Loki did. My helmet saved me in the end. It didn't save anything. Your brain is just broken, brother. Loki's reign of terror finally came to an end 6 years ago. He was running amok at sea when Red Hair captured him. Shanks? So Luffy's excited to hear more about Shanks. Shanks really came here? Yeah, in fact, he was just here earlier. I'm not sure where he went off to, though. Oh, shit. So Zoro listening in. Interesting. And Zoro's having some thoughts that we don't know about. So I wonder what that's about. Is Zoro about to do some pirate hunter shit and try to capture Shanks? That'd be pretty interesting. Or maybe this is like a Mihawk related thing, because we know Shanks and Mihawk used to be rivals. And we know Shanks technically is a swordsman, so Could be interesting to see Zoro challenge Shanks in some capacity. Village outskirts. I thought you were acting weirdly on edge earlier. That explains it. You realize he's a reviled Kingslayer, right? Oh, okay, so we're skipping ahead. So interesting. Loki's reign of terror finally came to an end 6 years ago. He was running amok at sea when Red Hair captured him. So Red Hair Shanks captured him. Interesting. Okay. Village outskirts. I thought you were acting weirdly on edge earlier. That explains it. You realize he's a reviled Kingslayer, right? Everything he told you was obviously just a lie. Okay, so Luffy had confided in Zoro in some capacity, or maybe that's just what's happening now. Zoro pulled him aside and was like, "Hey, let's, I'm pretty sure you met this guy. Like, let's talk about this. Like, what did he tell you? He might just be lying, Because Zoro knows Luffy well. So I'm glad they're having this sidebar. This is actually good. I like seeing Zoro and Luffy. Zoro and Luffy, when they have moments together, it's always cool. He said he knew where Shanks was. Do you have any idea how badly I want to see him again? Yes, I've heard about it 1,000 times. Okay, this implies that, Luffy has mentioned to Zoro many times that he's really excited to see Shanks again, which is interesting because Luffy isn't normally the type of guy to, talk about stuff like that, he doesn't talk about like none of these guys knew he had a brother or a grandpa or anything like that, we didn't know as the audience. So this is kind of odd, but I guess I'm okay with it. It feels a little inconsistent, but fine. We know Shanks has come up a few times because of the hat and other things, so it's okay. How would you know? You've never met Loki yourself. Sounds to me like he was using that to trick you. How would you know? You've never met Loki yourself. I haven't. I'm just guessing based on his reputation. I'll tell you everything I know, that include Red Hair's current whereabouts. If that was really a lie, I'm going to send him flying. If you're sneaking off to do what I think you are, did you seriously expect to find your way there without me? Wait, what? Okay, so they're going to get a key. Okay. Oh, the key to Loki's shackles. Okay. Interesting. It feels a little crazy to be doing, Luffy. I feel like the giants that you're on good terms with are going to be pretty upset with you, but okay. Do what you got to do, I guess. I mean, I'm okay with it because it's moving the plot forward. After hearing what they just heard, it does feel very weird that they would go this direction. And not, trust their friends, right? Luffy seems to trust Loki, which is bizarre. Why wouldn't he ask the giants, hey, do you know where Shanks is right now? But maybe did they already imply that maybe they didn't know? Yeah, in fact, he was just here earlier. I'm not sure where he went off to, though. Okay, so they don't know where he went to. So I guess that's the information Loki is offering. Information on where Shanks went. So even though the current giants don't seem to know. Which is interesting. Did you seriously expect to find your way there without me? Okay, so Nami's coming along with Zeus. So it's Nami, Zoro, and Luffy. Listen up, Luffy. We'll get the key, but if he pulls anything funny, we'll have to take care of him. Got it, thanks. But why's this guy here? He's my new slave. I'm truly blessed. Oh, so she shocked him again. That's funny. Don't forget, I'm her #1 slave, and Sanji's #2. And Sanji's #2. That's pretty funny for Sanji to get that shout out. Difufu, strong girls really get my blood pumping. Oh, this guy's a fucking... Alright. He likes being dominated. He's been struck by lightning, literally. Okay. Nami Tasso. I thought that said Mommy Tasso, which would have been, I guess, fine. And, not out of character for this guy. Nami Tasso, isn't it neat how we're both navigators? Don't ever try to get close to me again. Yes, ma'am. That's pretty funny. It feels wrong for the guests of honor to bail so early. She, don't worry. I brought some meat. Have you tried this moose? They're all in a drunken stupor now. Then they probably can't remember what they're celebrating. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so they're going to the castle where those two people who just fought those giant guards at the castle dropped in from the pentagram. So could be getting a interesting encounter pretty soon. And I'm pretty sure Usopp is back with the Giants, right? As well as Sanji and Jinbei. So there's, they're splitting up the groups in interesting ways. I like seeing, this is like the OG Orange Town East Blue guys, like Luffy, Nami, and Zoro together. That's a great group. Say, if all the treasure in the castle suddenly disappears, would that be a problem? Would that be a problem, Rodo? Oh, so this is Nami asking him. My vision is awful, so I'm sure I wouldn't even notice. You had this in mind since the beginning, didn't you, Nami? So Zoro is asking her. Huh? Berry eyes. Your eyes. Doga. So that's what it is. Okay, so we're getting more Loki. Realm of the Dead. Doga. If I understood you correctly, then I'm afraid I'll have to step back and refuse your offer. Oh shit, so he's talking to the two who were inquiring about him before. I'm sure it's an honor to be invited to join your noble knights. Your noble knights. Oh, so they want him as part of the God's Knights. That's pretty cool. So we don't know that much about God's Knights. We know that I think Figureland is one of the main guys, and we know that they're kind of like the well, actually no, Figureland just became the new head of fucking, like he just became one of the Goros, which is crazy. Because what's his name was Saturn was fucking axed, which is what a crazy turn of events. I totally forgot about that. That's wild. So okay, so they're trying to recruit him into God's Knights. That's pretty interesting. So he's refusing the offer to join. I'm sure it's an honor to be invited to join your noble knights, but that would make you celestial dragons, right? Do you really expect anyone on the planet to willingly become scum like that? So even he hates the celestial dragons. I kind of love that. So, interesting. So, I wonder... Okay, so this is an interesting... So the fact that they're asking Loki means that they've probably done this before. They've probably gone recruiting for God's Knights in the past, because they probably need, like, the strongest guys, right? And the fact that they're extending it to someone who isn't a fucking celestial dragon is very interesting. It makes me, like, because, like, you'd think that's not something they would offer most people. Because, like, if it... He's saying, like, Loki's implying, like, this would make me a celestial dragon, which I don't want to be one of those fucking freaks. You kidding me? So, like, based Loki for turning that down. Like, I know Doflamingo would have jumped at the chance to be offered a spot. So, very interesting. It does make me wonder, like, like, what's the deal? Like, is that, like, what's implied here? I guess let's continue reading. Do you really expect anyone on the planet to willingly become scum like that? So, is this not Shanks? Do we have any intel? All the informants we sent to Elbaf reported a giant crow heading for them before their transmissions got cut off. Their weakness is beyond belief. Interesting. So this girl, I presume is a girl, her hood just came down. We see her hair. She's looking cute as hell. I like that hat. Yeah, let's see what her face looks like. Their weakness is beyond belief. Okay, so 2 different colored eyes. That's interesting. I'm done just standing by and listening. Wait, she looks like, what's her name? I mean, her face is still covered, but she reminds me, hey, Humongous, what's up, bruh? Just found your channel. Is it 1 chapter per stream? No. We're catching up right now. We I used to do this show. This is the show. It's called ChipZ Ahoy, and I used to do it basically every week because I was caught up to One Piece. I think I started somewhere during Wano. I think it was around the time of the Big Mom fight. And yeah, like I've just been doing mostly weekly. Occasionally, like I would skip a week or I'd be busy for a little while. And then about 2 years ago, some stuff happened in my personal life. I stopped like doing this like on a regular basis. I would do it like every once in a while. But right now I have more time, and I'm trying to make it part of my schedule again. So we're catching up. We're catching up. I want to say 30, 40 chapters behind right now, but no, we're gonna be reading probably, I think, another at least 3 chapters after this. I want to get to 11. I want the next time I read to be starting at 11:40 at least. But thanks for hopping in. I hope you stick around. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So, okay, we got Loki. We got this girl who kind of has like a koala hat on, like she's got like the Revolutionary Army drip kind of going, although we know she's a Celestial based on what they just said. I'm done just standing by and listening. This is the definition of impertinence. Shurururu. Okay, so she's God's Knight Gunko. Gunko? And she, I don't know, her shoes are weird. She's either got like weird fucking stiletto or like these weird boots. She's got the weirdest build ever. Her arm is unraveling and now it's an arrow. Shurururu. Okay. I won't let it stand. Don't be hasty, Gunko. Okay, so we got Shanks and Gunko. What the fuck is happening? Okay, grr. So big ol' demon fox is behind them. Duga! Eat him up, wolf. So, okay, so it looks like they're trying to intimidate him into joining God's Knights. And Gunko is eager for a fight. And presumably she's the one who took down, what's it called? The giants up above in the castle. So my question, I guess, is like, I presume Shanks, I want to say this isn't Shanks. Like, there's something, like, it's not giving Shanks. Like, Shanks wouldn't be there in a hood by himself with a celestial dragon, like, right? Unless he moonlights as a celestial dragon. That doesn't make much sense to me, Like, okay, so is this like Shanks's, does he have like a brother or something? I don't know. Like, I feel like this is weird. I'm getting the impression, because we know, like, because that movie revealed Shanks' last name, and I think its last name is Figurland, right? That's his like family name. So we know then Figurland Garling is like this big deal, like the leader of the God's Knights or whatever, or like one of the main ones, and now he's been promoted to Gorosei, which is cool. One of the planets, the Elder Stars, and it's interesting to see. Humongous said, "Let's go. I'm all caught up, but this is lit. I won't spoil anything, I promise." Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's nice to go back through it again. You seem like a cool dude. Got my sub. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you for joining up. We're gonna, I want to start doing this on like a weekly basis again, most likely. Before I started up the streams, because I used to stream this on Twitch. I kind of just going full YouTube right now. But yeah, I'm really excited to catch up. Like, I want to actually get caught up, because I know from what I hear, and like I haven't been spoiled anything major or anything, but like I hear shit's starting to heat up, so it's about that time. It's about time I got caught up. I haven't read regularly in like 2 years, so we're getting there. And then once we get caught up, then it'll maybe be like one stream. Maybe I'll either do it like once every other week, and we'll do 2 chapters every stream, or we'll do every week, and it'll be just one chapter. But probably I would usually probably do a stream like a One Piece style stream, like or a ChipZ Ahoy stream like once a month or twice a month. I like having multiple chapters to read. I think it's more fun. But anyway, so like, does that mean that, okay, so the fact that Shanks, so we know that Figurland, so I guess the fact that they're trying to recruit Loki makes me wonder, like, have other God's Knights been recruited from outside of the Celestial Dragons? Like, do they just find strong people and offer them basically like essentially to be honorary Celestial Dragons if they join the God's Knights? Maybe they elevate their family in some capacity. I don't know. It does make you wonder, though, and that does seem something like the world government wouldn't do, and that the Celestial Dragons wouldn't be cool with. But I presume at the end of the day, it's up to the Gorosei, it's up to Eam, so it's interesting. I'm very curious about like how the God's Knights works in like a political sense. Is it the Viz translation or TCB? This is TCB. Yeah, I used to have the Viz. What's it called? The Viz. account, but I don't know. I just kind of dropped it. I wasn't reading regularly enough for it to be valuable, and TCB does fine. Yeah, like, support the official release, whatever. But yeah, I like TCB. So, God's Night Gunko. Okay, so Big Doggo is about to attack. Dugahaha, eat him up, wolf. So, hey, stay back if you want to keep breathing. So she's about to fucking attack this boy with her arrow and kill him. So she ties him up with the arrow thing. Like, what is her power? Hey, wolf, huh? Hey, wolf. Okay, so she fucking strangles him. Oh, gak. Okay, so he's fucking being choked out. She's straight up force choking this motherfucker. Wolf! So, okay, Loki's pissed. If we were to spare him, would you change your mind then? Grrr! So that's how you operate, huh? Well, if that was your offer, I'd accept my friend's fate and wish him peace in death. Oh, shit. It's okay to grieve and rage, but a warrior never kicks and screams in the face of death. Oh, shit. He's letting Wolf... I mean, that's pretty badass, actually. Like, that's pretty hardcore. Like, they thought they could, like, appeal to his... sort of, like, his protective instincts as, like, a cool, like, honorable giant man. But he's like, fuck that. Like, you think I would fucking willingly join up with you just because you're threatening, like, my pet? Like, I mean, I would consider it if I were him because, you know, I love my pet. But, like that's pretty hardcore. Like, I kind of, Loki's winning me over. I fuck with it. I'm a TCB, I'm a TCB guy as well. Good. We fuck with TCB here. I've been reading them for a while. I'd accept my friend's fate and wish him peace and death. It's okay to grieve and rage, but a warrior never kicks and screams in the face of death. Ooh! So he's howling. I'll swallow all my fury and use it to fuel me when I reduce the world to rubble. Okay, based. A proud proclamation. So even in captivity, Loki is badass, dude. Fuck yeah. What a cool design. I love Loki so far. He's been really, really cool. All right, next chapter. Let's get a few more in. I'm not gonna go on as many tangents this time. Chapter 1137, Shamrock takes the stage. Are we getting a Shamrock Shake like at where do you get the Shamrock Shakes again? Where was that, McDonald's? Or was that like, I don't know. I remember Shamrock Shakes being a thing. Was it like a Wendy's thing? I actually have no recollection. Oni Child, it's like a Shamrock is like a Irish thing, right? Well, whatever. Okay, so they're sneaking in. They're these cat boys. Literally, they've entered the fucking furry convention. They've entered the cat boy convention. They need to wear cat ears in order to fit in. Get Kinemon to make you some cat ears, guys. Oni Child, Yamato, and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 23, infiltrating the mysterious hidden base. Very cool. And it seems to be Who's base. Very cool, very cool. The home of the late king. In the 14 years since Harold's death, Elbaf Oest Castle. No one has come near this castle. So what's going on here? The door looks like it's been busted open. So it's been 14 years, only 14 years since King Harold's death, so it hasn't even been that long. The door looks like it's been busted open. What happened to the guards? Wait, so that one lady said she's married to a human, but we don't know who that human is. Is it possible it was someone on, like, Roger's crew? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Or maybe someone from the Rocks Pirates. I could see it going either way. What? Something's wrong? The door looks like it's been busted open. What happened to the guards? What? Something's wrong? It was broken from the inside. Why would intruders do that? Only one way to find out. Let's go. The key. Where's the key? So Luffy's looking for the key to Loki's shackles. The damage looks recent. Okay, so they're going in. So interesting. Even after 14 years, they just let the castle go into such disrepair? Or was it always fucked up like this? I presume not, right? Well, wait, this is unnerving. This place is huge. I can barely see the ceiling. Nice, okay. This would be a really cool, like, video game level, exploring, like, a giant's castle. That would be so sick. I would love that. Why has that not been made into a game? Like, Is there a game where, like, don't get me wrong, I play games where you fight giants, like Shadow of the Colossus is one of my favorite games of all time. But not like a game where, like, you're a small guy just exploring a land of giants. Like, that would be a really fun, like, I'm sure, like, Kingdom Hearts did something like that a little bit with when you could, like, shrink down in the Alice in Wonderland world, but I just don't feel like it's the same, you know? If something like that exists, let me know, guys. I would love to play that game. This place is huge. I can barely see the ceiling. This is way too vast to be walkable. Hey, Roto, know where the key is? No. Is he blushing? I'm just a run-of-the-mill guy. I've never even been here before. Okay, so they got Roto. And Luffy's so nice to him. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Oh, so Nami's trying to sweet-talk him. Really, Nami Tasso? Agreed. Now get moving. So Sora's like, all right, you have to walk so we don't have to. Dude, this place is massive even for a giant. Like, holy shit. This is giving me, I hope some of you have played Dark Souls. This is giving me like a, what's it called vibes? Like, not New Londo. It's giving me, Izalith. It's giving me, like, Lost Izalith, and, like, the way it's kind of, like, just this massive land that's, like, too big. It's like in that game it can get a little tedious to traverse Izalith, but I've always liked it in terms of, like, the scale. Like, I've always appreciated the scale of that place. So that I like. Wow, what a castle. Being here is thrilling and terrifying. It always made it feel like it was, like, you know, a more vast land than it actually was. And I liked the illusion they were crafting with that in Dark Souls. Wow, what a castle. Being here is thrilling and terrifying. Everything's falling to pieces. Is this the intruder's handiwork? Thud, 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 tap, tap. No, this battle damage has been here ever since Loki killed King Harold. I wonder if Loki was set up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's possible. But also, I feel like he's the type of guy who would take credit for it because, like, why not, right? Like, so I feel like if it was a mix-up, like, he either wouldn't care, or maybe it wasn't a mix-up and he actually did do it, or he did it, like, accidentally or something. I feel like those are all possibilities. No, this battle damage has been here ever since Loki killed King Harold. This took some serious destructive power. I mean, yeah. So did him and King Harold have, like, a full-on fight? Loki is a monster, and King Harold was renowned as a great warrior. This damage was inevitable. What? They're so big! Huh? This is scary. Are they? Oh shit, the giants. Giant Brooks! Yo-ho-ho! That's so funny. Okay. So we got Luffy jumping around. So wait, they're giant skeletons. Is this recent? Is this from the battle between Loki? So Loki and King Harold. Loki is a monster, and King Harold was renowned as a great warrior. So is this, like, mean that this damage was all from a battle between the two of them? Or was it, like, a larger, like, coup? Like a coup where Loki had his own followers who helped him fight against Harold's forces? I wonder. This place is covered with giant skeletons. The castle once had numerous guards. On that day, around 100 of them stood ready to kill Loki, but only one survived, Lord Ja Rule. Oh, wow, okay. So Lord Ja Rule was like a servant of the king, or maybe an advisor to the king? After that tragedy happened here, coming to this site was forbidden. Wow. So Loki killed all of these guys by himself, like 100 giants. That's crazy. Fucking must be strong as shit. I mean, they're really building Loki up. Like, he seems like fucking strong. Like, I'm excited to see where this goes. This place is covered with giant skeletons. Okay, on that day... Okay, sorry guys, just kind of making sure I didn't read anything incorrectly there. Okay. It's a den for vengeful spirits. So this guy's superstitious, so of course he thinks that. Hey guys, look over here. This skull is enormous, and it's got horns too, huh? It's also got horns. I wonder if he knew oars. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty big skull too. These belong to someone with ancient giant warrior blood. So does that mean that Loki, who also has those horns, has some ancient giant warrior blood as well, like oars? There are no longer any pure-blooded members of that clan, but their blood still flows in some of us. Like King Harold, who is larger and stronger than most. Interesting. Oh, nice. So this is a picture of King Harold. I think we saw this picture last chapter, or maybe we saw him actually in his casket. It's hard to say. Oh, look above you. How nostalgic. That's a portrait of King Harold. And he looks pretty cool. He's got like scars on his forehead. He's got a cool ass, you know, pointy mustache. I like his shoulders having the spikes on them. Looking like pretty cool. Looking like a pretty epic dude. The man who tried to form peaceful bonds with the outside world, said to be Elbaf's strongest king. He sure looks strong. Damn, he does look fucking cool and strong. I wonder who fucked up his head. Those scars on his head mark where his ancient giant horns were. Oh, he took his horns off. Interesting. You know, that's something that appears in other Japanese media as well. Like, people who have horns but, like, remove them. I'm trying to remember where I've seen that before. I know I've seen it somewhere, though. I'll have to think about it, because I swear to God that's like a trope I've seen multiple times. Marco is ancient. It's okay, so something that comes to mind for me is... okay, two things. In the prelude to Shadow of Colossus, which is... or Shadow of the Colossus... Well, it's not the prelude. It's made by the same studio. Eco, there's a kid with horns, and when you have born with horns, you get put in like a castle or something, and like then they turn your soul into like fuel for a fucking like machine or something, you know, and can be used as a weapon or whatever. So, and then there's also Dorman, who has horns, and Wander grows horns in Shadow of the Colossus. And then in Elden Ring, there are these characters who are connected to something called the Crucible, and it makes them like sprout horns and feathers and like kind of like different like kind of knots on their body, and it like kind of shows their relation to like sort of like primal energy, and also like, you know, like essentially it's like a sign of like kind of like primacy essentially. So I wonder if by removing his horns he's like I wonder if by doing so he's like kind of removing like sort of the aspects of like primacy that are in sort of like the warrior culture of Elbaf, in order to become like a more like peaceful guy who's like trying to make peace with people outside of Elbaf, like trying to carve a new path for the giants to walk, as opposed to just being like warmongers or whatever. So that could be something. I don't know. But yeah, those scars on his head mark where his ancient giant horns were before he ripped them out. He believed the ancient giants were relics from a war-torn era. Yeah, just like I was saying. He had horns? What conviction. All right, Zoro. All right, edgy boy. Chillax. Relax, brother. After the king's death, the country fell into despair. This castle is fucking huge, dude. Sadly, the one with the biggest grudge against Loki was naturally King Harold's other son, Hajrudin. Whoa, seriously? He's Loki's brother? They have different mothers. Before marrying the queen, Hajrudin was born to a different woman. Interesting. Okay. So is Hajrudin older then? However, Elbaf would never have recognized Hajrudin's mother as its queen in any case. Why? She was born in a different giant country. What does that matter? They were both giants, right? That's a good point. I don't know why this drawing of Nami and Zoro, I don't know if it's their poses or the way they are drawn. I just think they look cool here. I like Nami's pose. I like Zoro's pose. I don't know. This is good. Good job, Oda. They were both giants, but you can't talk when you humans kill each other all the time over land, I suppose. Wow. They say having children with a giant from another land taints the blood of Elbaf. Sounds kind of xenophobic, but all right. Do what you got to do, I guess. Seems giants can be just as bigoted as anyone else. Not everyone is as pure as you, Namitaso. Don't stick up to me, trash. I like how big his sword is. I like this guy's design. You know, he's got a cool ass design, especially for a giant. He's very unique. I guess that's why he's still part of the story. Like, they're making him walk around so he can do cool stuff. Why join Hajrudin's crew if you think he has tainted blood? So Zoro's kind of looking pissed because he hates racism, except he's the minority hunter, so, you know, depends who you ask. He actually loves racism. Anyway, well, you're such a creepy nerd, Rodo. Wow, so, okay. So,
Everyone made fun of him for being a nerd. Well, this is amazing. You can draw sea charts? So Hajrudin was one of the first people to, like, recognize him. They were actual friends. You gotta show me how. Let's be friends, huh? Friends? So that was the first time he made friends and wasn't, you know, bullied for being a huge nerd. He was always so earnest and straightforward, unlike me. He never... So it's interesting. That's cool. I like that dichotomy between these two characters. He never lived in the castle growing up. His father may have been king, but his mother was ostracized. He endured a lot and still said this: one day I'm gonna unite all the giant tribes. Nice. So that's Hajrudin's goal. Interesting. Very cool. I'm gonna be king of the giants. Okay. Based, dude. Based Hajrudin. I never had, like, really strong opinions about Hajrudin, to be honest. He's always just kind of been like, oh yeah, he's just kind of like a wannabe Dorian Brogy, but, like, he's fine. Like, he's cool enough. His design is cool. He seems like a nice enough guy. Like, he didn't really do all that much in what's it called? Not Whole Cake Island, but Dressrosa. So I was always kind of like he didn't make as big an impression as some of the other, like, commanders to me. But, like, they're actually endearing me to him. I am starting to like him a little bit because, like, I think that this adds a lot of color to his character, this story, this backstory right here. I honestly never expected we would get this for someone like him. Woo! I know! You're the man that can do it. Hajrudin. Woo! I know! You're the man that can do it, Hajrudin. So his crew really believes in him. Fuck yeah. I want to make his dream a reality. Nice. Base, dude. Okay, I fuck with Roto. I fuck with Roto now. I mean, he's a fucking creep predator, but that's a cool... I like that he cares about his first friend. I like that he cares about his bro. That kind of boring motivation is nothing new to me. Okay, fuck you, Zoro. Boring ass. You have a boring motivation. You just want to be strong, you fucking loser. Suck a dick, Zoro. Fucking asshole. No one has a more boring motivation than your dumbass. What an idiot. Sorry. Hey, this way. I found some knocked out giants. I thought it said knocked up giants. Wow. Knocked out giants. Realm of the Dead. Ah! Do you finally understand? Because they've just been beating up a guy who literally can't move. Huff, huff. This is only because I can't move from this spot. The result would be the same even if you could. So we got Shanks, or a Shanks lookalike. Someone who looks suspiciously like Shanks. Perhaps a brother, perhaps a cousin, someone from the Figurlin clan. You commoner. So they're shitting on him because he's a commoner, and she's got these big boots. She can totally step on you. Epic. I bet he loves it. We are offering you a chance at divinity. Most die squirming in vain, just for the slightest chance to attain such an honor. But he's grew up free as, like, the son of the king in Elbaf. Like, he is not someone who's lived under the threat of, like, pirates coming in and, like, fucking up his home because the giant, like, the Elbaf is so strong they can repel most threats. He's not, like, someone who has been restricted. He was able to go out to sea. Like, now he's obviously, like, in a bind, right? Like, he's been detained. Who knows for how long, I guess, you know, since whenever Shanks captured him. But, like, we know that he's, like, he's lived, like, a full life where he had a ton of freedom on this place that wasn't affiliated with the world government, like, where he didn't have to pay taxes to the world government, where he wasn't, like, oppressed by either pirates or the world government. Why the fuck would he want to, like, he has no reason to want to join the Celestial Dragons. To him, like, it's just you know, why would he want that? Just for the slightest chance to attain such an honor. So, you know, it's understandable why he wouldn't give a fuck. So they're going towards him, about to fucking stab his ass. Crap, this again. So what just happened? Kyun! So you're gonna let loose a full speed kick to the right side of my face. Huh, it'll turn me sideways. Oh, so can he see the future? Crap, this again, Kyun. So, ding, okay. So, can he see the future right now? Or is he, like, able to, maybe he's just using, like, regular observation, not hockey and not future sight. I forget if I do think it was implied he could see the future. There were like maybe certain things he like revealed that sort of earlier or implied that earlier on. So you're gonna let loose a full speed kick to the right side of my face. Huff, it'll turn me sideways. So she's about to do it. Then you'll uppercut me. Thanks for giving me notice. These arrows show the trajectory of my future. The outcome is unavoidable. Interesting. Okay, so he's actually giving... Interesting. So she's like kind of giving him forewarning, like, this is what I'm going to do to you. Like, I'm telling you exactly what it is I'm doing. So maybe it's not... I don't know. Maybe he's just... She's doing these arrows to show the trajectory of her abilities, but it seems weird, because, like, why would she willingly show that stuff ahead of time? You know, it seems like she would want to catch him slipping, right? Then you'll uppercut me. Thanks for giving me notice. These arrows show the trajectory of my future. The outcome is unavoidable. Only I can stop it before it happens. Oh shit, here we go. Just say the word, Loki. Will you join God's Knights? Oh shit, so she's now walking on the arrow. I refuse, you fool! So, okay, here she comes. She's skating on the arrow. Oh, that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. That's a cool visual. I really like how, like, dynamic that looks, like, movement-wise. Like, it looks like she's, like, moving along the arrow's path. Ugh! So, fucking whacks him in the face, knocks probably a tooth out or something. At least, like, you know, fucks him up a little bit. And then spin. And now she's about to do another kick. Shoo-roo-roo-roo-roo, bam! Knocks him with an uppercut. And he didn't dodge. I don't know if he could or if he didn't attempt to or what. Or if maybe he couldn't. I don't know. So, bam! Knocked him with an uppercut kick. And he is fucked up. Grrr. So it looks like a lot of the animals have been restrained by her power as well. Sway, so they're trying to move, but they're stuck in place, it seems like, after being fucked up as well. Stab. Hack. Ha ha. Huff. Hack. Huff. Huff. Damn it. You'll pay for this. Okay, so it looks like she's going to do some sort of, like, Gatling punch on him. Because all the arrows and the way they're going. Stop. Enough already. Well, will you become a God's Knight? Blah! Quah! Okay, so he's getting beat the fuck out of, getting hit a million times. It looks like this is a bang, 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 bang kind of sound effect. Okay, hold on. So this guy has a sword that also looks like Shanks. Is it just Shanks? I don't know. It's weird that Shanks would be here, but we haven't seen Shanks, like, where he is right now, so it's possible it could be him. Because it is, like, literally the exact same sword, based on what I'm seeing. Huff! Huff! It's alright, Gunko. Gunko is such a stupid name. Let's change our tacts. Contact Mary Joas. Mary Joa. Mary Joa is how I pronounce it. Okay, so we're seeing his hood off. He looks exactly like Shanks. Has the same color hair, but just, like, even more handsome. I mean, like, he's got a cool sword. Does he have more than one sword? Or is that a gun? He's got something else on his hilt as well. And he's got, like, more, like, luscious flowing hair. He's like Shanks if he was, like, a prince, you know, like a Prince Charming type of character. I mean, he looks cool as shit. Like, he looks really cool. Is it just Shanks? Probably not. This is probably a brother. Let's change our tack. Contact Mary Joa. Not every piece ends up being useful. I wanted to go about this more shrewdly, but I guess not. Captain of God's Knights, World Noble, Figurland Shamrock. So we got Shamrock over here. Okay, so we got Shanks, we got Shamrock. Shamrock Shanks, love it. Son of the Elder Figurland Garling. Okay, so who I think used to be the captain of the God's Knights. Interesting. Not yielding even if it means death. Do we chalk this up to faith? I mean, I like her ability. I like how her hands are all big, and, like, she can make her feet big too. That's pretty cool. Big enough to beat up a giant. God's Knight, Gunko, arrow fruit. So she has the arrow no mi, and Captain of the God's Knights, Figurland Shamrock. we got to see Luffy versus Shamrock, right? Long ago, the savage warriors of Elbaf dominated the New World. Or maybe Shanks versus Shamrock. That would be interesting. I feel like this is building this guy up as like a real threat. The fact that he is Shanks' brother, looks just like him. Honestly, this is like the most information we've gotten about Shanks yet. Like, we obviously knew Figureland was his, you know, probably his father. Yeah, like, his father. Like, now that we didn't see Shamrock, I mean, unless Shamrock's is Shanks' father and Figureland's his grandfather. I don't know. I guess that's possible. But I'm getting the impression that this is Shanks' either older brother, younger brother, who knows? And he's going to be like one of the final villains of One Piece, if I had to guess. Or at very least of this arc. So, very interesting. Will Shanks make an appearance? I fucking hope so. I want to see this guy. But the fact that he has a brother is interesting. Are there other Shanks brothers? Like, and yeah, it's neat that there's a legacy in the God's Knights. Like, all these Figureland family have always, maybe not always been a member, but it seems to be like a dynasty now. Long ago, the savage warriors of Elbaf dominated the New World. The world government will bring them to heel no matter what. God's Knights have mobilized. Interesting. Okay, so God's Knights have mobilized to bring Elbaf to heel. That's badass. Are we about to see like a war between God's Knights and Elbaf? That's fucking cool. Okay. Okay, fucking base, dude. This is an interesting direction for the story to take. There's a lot to process here. Like, I want to move on to the next chapter. I want to keep reading. But this is a very interesting turn of events. Because, like, so is the Figureland family, like, did they at some point, like, did Figureland Garling, or maybe one of his descendants, have they always been Tenryu Bito? Have they always been world nobles? Does that mean Shanks defected from the World Nobles, or was he like adopted by Roger? Because we know that he's been with Roger since he was a kid, and that something Roger said after going to, what's it called, fucking Laugh Tale, was relevant to Shanks, and he cried when he heard it. So we don't know what it is, but we know that Roger at least probably knew something about Shanks' past. I wonder what it was that made Shanks cry, and I wonder how this is going to impact the Shanks storyline, because this is clearly building up something really cool. Like, are Shanks going to get involved in this fight? Clearly he has been an ally of the Giants in the past. Where is Shanks? What's he up to? You know? So yeah, this is interesting. But anyway, a lot of questions, but let's keep it moving. Okay, chapter 1138, Harley. So Harley Davidson, epic. Okay, so Harley was what they were calling like the ancient history. I think Yorl referred to Harley as like a document or like some sort of book or some writing in ancient language that talked about the sun god and some other ancient stuff. I presume we're going to learn more about that here. Okay, so as we thought, Who's Who is hanging out. And he's got some geisha and some of his cat boys. It's the Cat Boy Lounge. Only in Japan. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 24. The base belongs to Who's Who. Yeah, I would never have guessed. Come on. Okay. The aftermath of Loki's defiance. Hoof. He's all fucked up. He's bleeding. He's sad. You're the spitting image of red-haired Shanks. Huff. Did you really think I'd just write that off as a coincidence? Huff. ... Mind your own business. That matter has nothing to do with you. You're not wrong, but Huff. A great pirate and a celestial dragon. They're polar opposites. You can't blame me for being curious. So this kind of gets Shamrock to, I mean, Shamrock's such a stupid name, I'm sorry. Unless he's going to be like directly related to some Irish lore. I guess it's not the end of the world, I don't know. But it seems kind of silly. The Great Pirate and Celestial Dragon, they're polar opposites. You can't blame me for being curious. Anyone would find it strange that you two share the same face. Yeah, that is interesting. Is he a clone? We know there is cloning technology in One Piece. The pirate you're referring to is my younger twin. He went astray. So they're twin brothers. Interesting. The pirate you're referring to is my younger twin. He went astray. So they're twins. He's the elder of the two. At one point, he did return to the Holy Land, but it seems he grew too attached. Interesting. At one point, he did return to the Holy Land, but it seems he grew too attached to the filthy world of the surface. Wow. Big talk, dog. Big talk. He returned. Huff, I see. So that's information we didn't know, that he returned. Was it after he went on his journey with Roger? He returned to the Holy Lands? Is that the timeline of events we're talking about? Because we know he didn't become like a proper pirate until like years after that. Like on his own, I mean. He returned, Huff. I see. It's funny how I ended up hating both of you brothers. And I thought my grudge couldn't get any worse. What a family. Huff, you bastards, Huff. When I get out of these chains, you know what I'll do, right? Huff. Ha. I'll make it my mission to make sure my buddies are avenged. Huff. Okay. Was that supposed to be a threat? Captain, you don't have to. I know. He isn't worthy getting my hands dirty over, so he's taking his sword out. Oh shit. And they do basically have the same sword. Oh, did he just kill the dog? Oh, no wait, is his sword his sword is Cerberus. Oh shit. Isn't that right, Cerberus? So he's got one of those swords that were fed a sword that was fed a dog fruit model Cerberus, like an ancient fucking and that's crazy. Cerberus, growl, woof. So, okay, the fucking sword is growing. Holy shit. Raff, oh, growl, raff. So, big ol' arfs and barks, Cerberus. It just says Cerberus. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can tell it's Cerberus. Wasn't there a Cerberus also in on fucking Thriller Bark? It was kind of like fucked up though. So it was probably just a dog that was stitched together, where this is like an actual Cerberus. What the hell is that? Oh shit, so it's got sword in the mouth. Huff, shink. It's my biting blade. Oh shit, okay. Interesting. So his blade kind of morphed into this sword, and now the end of it is still a blade. Oh shit, so he's gonna fuck him up. What's with this creepy thing? So he's freaking out. Holy shit, this is pretty cool. So it's sword, every dog's mouth has a sword coming out of it. Interesting. And the swords all have like hockey flame coming off of them, which is, and now they're spinning. Oh shit. Huh? Captain, let's clean up here and move on. Scramble. Oh shit, is he about to blow away the animals? Dude, that's holy fuck. So he's not even aiming for him. He's just trying to fucking kill all the animals. Dude, that's so fucked. Holy shit, these guys are awful. Captain, let's clean up here and move on. Scramble. Rough. Heal. Oh, she made a bird out of her arrow fruit. That's interesting. So her fruit is kind of almost like Doflamingo's in a way. It's like a worse version of Dofi's, and that she can basically create whatever she wants. That's interesting. Okay. So here we go. Sword is forming. Wait, so what happened? Did anything happen here? What? I'm confused. So the dog head started spinning, or the dog collar started spinning. Scrambled, then they started flying. And then the head flew. And now they hopped on a bird. So what's happening? Feel free to hunt me down anytime. I'll face you then, assuming you survive this. Interesting. So we're getting sort of a rivalry between these guys and our guy here, Loki. That's cool. Hey, you've got to be kidding me. So this thing is soaring towards Loki. Okay, that's crazy. Rough, no way. Rough. Oh shit. If that thing gets me. Okay, so now it's like flying and it's just gonna fucking crash into him. He's just flying away. He's not even like directing this. Those celestial bastards. Growl. Girl, damn it! Damn it all! So he gets stabbed 3 times, screams out in pain. Blood everywhere as they fly away. Total subjugation isn't feasible now. Let's start by taking their children hostage. We'll need an extra person. Understood. Who shall I call? So it's interesting that the God's Knights can travel in the same way that the Gorosei can. They can travel via the pentagram. So they're calling another member. Interesting. And they're going to take the children hostage. These guys are fucking gutter, dude. They're fucking disgusting. Horrible. They're fucking, dirty as fuck with capturing the children, just stabbing this guy while he's all tied up. Like, man, no fucking honor. OS Castle. I'm telling you, it was red-haired. Liar. Shanks would never attack for no reason. It's the truth. I saw him with my own eyes. Red Hair has visited Elbaf many times. I recognized him. But I know Shanks. He's a super cool guy. Maybe it was just someone who looked like him? So Luffy's already got the right idea. It was shocking. We were wondering what he was doing in the castle. He just left Elbaf recently, right? Wouldn't it be weird for him to come right back just to skulk around? Even if you're telling the truth, there's no way it could be Shanks. Shanks is always calm and laid back. Him doing something like this just doesn't add up. You really have faith in him, huh? So Nami, seeing the faith. I mean, I've always kind of thought it would be interesting if Luffy was kind of wrong about Shanks and he was actually like a little bit more gutter than we gave him credit for. You betcha, Nami. It'd tick me off just as much if someone badmouth Belmare or Telmare. It's Belmare-san. That's so funny. He doesn't even remember the name. So it was a look-alike. That, or a brother maybe? Shanks' brother. Well, if he has one, he'd probably be a nice guy too. Nope. But honestly, he never talked about his family. I heard that he was raised on a pirate ship from when he was little. Okay. But honestly, he never talked about his family. Interesting, okay. Interesting. So, okay, we're learning Shanks has a brother, that he was raised on a pirate ship since when he was little, like with, the Roger Pirates. And he doesn't, obviously Luffy doesn't, does Luffy know that? I think Luffy does know that he was on the Roger Pirates, if I'm not mistaken. I figure Roger and Rayleigh were his real family, their whole crew, except for Buggy. Okay, now this guy's walking. So this guy, okay, so this figure with the hat. This figure with the hat, to me, we've seen this guy before. Okay, we've seen this guy before. For anyone who doesn't remember, like, okay, so right now he looks a little like Kawamatsu the Kappa, but that's not who this guy is. We saw this guy with the hat and the long hair and the robe, this exact character with this exact silhouette. See, I know my One Piece, all right? This guy was in a cover page with, who was it? It was, it's interesting that they're talking about the Roger Pirates, because I think this is about to become relevant. I'm making a theory on the spot. This guy with the hat. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm nerding out a little bit. We saw this guy getting drinks at, what's it, Cape Town with, Crocus. Not Cape Town. Cape Town, or, the Twin Capes, yeah, Crocus of the Twin Capes, right? So, this silhouette, we saw them from behind, like, 500 chapters ago in a cover spread, maybe, like, right after the time skip, having a drink with Crocus. And a lot of people at the time suspected that this could be one of the Roger Pirates who is maybe retired and is doing some traveling. Some people thought, because we already know about Rayleigh, Rayleigh's still around, but we haven't seen in modern day Scopper Gaban, who was like the third mate. He was like, if Rayleigh was the Zoro, Scopper was the Sanji, right? Like, he was like one of the wings of the Pirate King, like the third in command, you know? We saw him fight against Odin in the anime. He's got 2 axes. He's a tough guy. I could see this being Scopper Gaban. I could really see it. So, and let's spin up another theory here. If this is Scopper Gaban, that one lady was saying that her husband was a human, and that Colin, her son, is half human. Could this be her husband? Could Scopper have retired to Elbaf and hooked up with a giant? That would be pretty base. That would be pretty badass. Anyway, let's see. I figure Roger and Rayleigh were his real family, their whole crew, except for Buggy. Step. Okay, so we're gonna probably meet this guy later or next chapter, who knows. Frankie's group, the Treasure Tree Atom. Unbelievable. Atomwood as far as the eye can see. I mean, yeah, that's pretty crazy. And this tree is massive. I've always wanted to play a game that took place in like a forest with massive trees, you know? Like redwoods or sequoias. And like, or even takes place on a giant tree. Like something like that would be really, really cool. That's why I love when like Dark Souls and Elden Ring have levels that take place in or around trees. You know, I love that aesthetic. Unbelievable. Atomwood as far as the eye can see. And I thought it was meant to be rare. Wow, I had no idea it was so valuable overseas. She's just walking around with Frankie as like a toy. That's so funny. She's holding him like a fucking cup of coffee. That's so funny, as an action figure. Maybe I should start selling some on the side. So this is the lady who I think might be married to Scopper Gaban, if that is Scopper Gaban, right? It could be a different member of the Roger Pirates. Scopper Gaban would make the most sense, right? Weren't you sent here to keep an eye on me? Maybe I should start selling some on the side. Okay, yeah, girl. It's not the only thing you could sell on the side. Just joking. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. All right. Weren't you sent here to keep an eye on me? Saul seemed pretty strict about it. He was all like, "It's a sacred tree, bucko. Don't go cutting it down now, you hear?" You sound just like him. Still, I guess Frankie must be pretty good at impressions with his robot vocal cords. Still, I guess stealing from under the noses of giants is a tall order. Maybe that explains the markup. Interesting. Okay, yeah. The markup of the Atomwood. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's that? It's a mural. Interesting. Okay. It's graffiti from eons ago. Are we about to see some fucking poneglyph type shit? That'd be interesting. That'd be kind of cool. It's graffiti from eons ago. Some kids probably etched right into the bark and it got fossiled. It's now designated as a cultural heritage site thanks to its enormous historical value. I mean, look how big she is and look how big the place is. Like, Elbaf is massive. This is crazy. Is a Punk's doodle that big a deal? It's said to date back somewhere between 900 and 800 years ago. So the Void Century, if that's true, then that would place it right in the middle of the Void Century. So she knows about the Void Century too. What? We gotta show Robin. She'll be thrilled. Oh shit, it's gonna be some Nika shit. It's gonna be basically the ancient history of the world. Hey, ain't this drawing kinda odd for old Elbaf? Not all the figures look like giants. Quite. As far as we know, there were definitely times where the races of the world clashed. But this kind of cooperation is unheard of. That's why I think interesting. Okay, so we're getting some build up to whatever this is. Like, is this about going to the moon? Because I do kind of see the drawing. And it does look like there's a ship flying into the sky. That would be interesting. That'd be pretty interesting, I'm just saying. And then we know that the world has been destroyed twice. This was said 2 chapters ago, right? Twice before. And that the sun god always reincarnates or something, or is brought back into the world, or appears in the world right around the time of like a great change or great destabilization. So he's a harbinger of like good times and peace and laughter, but also like of doom and destruction, and like, you know, just depends on your point of view, you know. Quite as far as we know, there were definitely times where the races of the world clashed, but this kind of cooperation is unheard of. That's why I think it was probably just some kid's dream. So this kind of cooperation says the races of the world, which maybe like fishmen, minks, is this Eam, or maybe just princesses, and that's the robot that we saw before, I think. That's maybe the robot from, what's it called? The previous island. Yeah, that could be interesting. Like, yeah, this is really interesting. So it's implying cooperation between all the different races of the world, like a true globalist paradise. I mean, that'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Walrus School. Wah, kia! Class is in session, everyone. Listen up. Kia! So it looks like the kids are having a little bit more fun goofing around and fighting and stuff. Owl Library. So this is the Harley. Yep. Whoa, it's so big and old. So it's an old-ass book. This pretty tome here preserved many of the... Whoa, it's so big and old. Blah, giant dust. So he's dusting it off and it's getting in his face. This pretty tome here preserved many of the rich myths and legends of Elbaf, although it spawned countless interpretations too. Cough, cough. That's why all the warriors of Elbaf believe in very different versions of the sun god. Ain't that the funniest thing you ever heard? Yeah, may I read it? Of course, there is shi. The narrative is split into 3 distinct sections. It's said that the third world refers to the present day, meaning it's a type of prophecy. Interesting. So we're getting prophecy piece. Not everybody likes that, but I'm open to seeing where it goes. Also, I think... Okay. So I don't know if you guys remember, but for anyone who's been a long-time watcher from before we went on our 2-year hiatus or whatever of ChipZ Ahoy, if any of you remember that I had to eat some crow because I remember when Luffy's true dream came up, and I, foolishly held strong to the idea that his true dream is really just to be the Pirate King, and it's all about just being willing to state it and how that makes you a cut above, and like it is it's like saying you're the God and the devil at the same time, because a pirate is the most free, so how can he also be the king of pirates? I think I might have seen this somewhere else. I don't remember. I think it might have been a podcast, a One Piece podcast or something. I forget exactly who might have said it. If I do remember, I'll definitely give them credit. But I remember, and it's funny, I don't even think I heard the whole theory. I think I just heard because I skipped it because I didn't want to be spoiled anything. But I remember the general idea being that Luffy's true dream could be wanting to make everyone in the world a pirate, or wanting everyone in the world to become a pirate, so that they could all be free, liberating the entire world from tyranny in some capacity and giving everyone freedom whether they like it or not. I think that's a really interesting theory. I think that could be right. So I think that would be a really interesting, because that is something people would laugh at. They'd be like, what the fuck do you mean by making everyone a pirate? And some people would laugh at it. Some people would be confused. Some people would be like, that's stupid, and just be shocked. But I don't know. I could see that being it. So I'm just going to throw that out there now, so it's on the record. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out into the ether. That is my stance on what I think Luffy's true dream is as of right now. Of course, there is shi. The narrative is split into 3 distinct sections. Okay, mind you, Legends of Nika have spread silently all over the world. The only thing they all have in common is that he appears with a booming laugh to this beat. Okay. So there's a prophecy piece happening. Don ta ta ta, don ta ta ta. I'll read aloud then. The first world, the earth is engulfed in flame, and fucking Frankie's having some sort of crazy revelation. I love Frankie with this beard. It looks sick. Frankie in Viking clothes looks awesome. I'll read aloud then. The first world, the earth is engulfed in flame, and the hearts of men... Whoa. The first world. Whoa, so this is the drawing. What the fuck am I looking at? A deep mythology unveiled. So there's a Jormungandr that's breathing fire, and then there's this dragon that's breathing fire. Then there's people with clouds. Are they making clouds? Maybe making clouds. And then there's a ship. Is this coming out of the water? Or is it, there's an angel. Gears are turning. There are gears. Gears are turning. Things are happening. Buildings are being built. This is a tree. Could be Adam, the great tree Adam. Then there's another ship with Vikings and other ships and other peoples, I think. Then there's the giant this guy, then there's like an Ors-like guy, then there's Sun God Nika, and then there's another boat. Sorry, I'm just trying to like analyze this before I read it, because I'm just trying to see if I can glean anything from it. I'm sure it'll become clearer once I read it. Giant fish, Sun God Nika, big looking Ors guy. I mean, this could honestly be Loki right here with the big spike. A mermaid or something, or someone Neptune kind of guy. A Tontata, a little guy. This is a prophecy. What we're looking at is a prophecy, it's not a history. This is what is gonna happen. And that, oh dude, the dragon is Momonosuke. Holy shit. Okay. No. Hold on. I'm having a brain blast. Moment. Okay. Here's what's happening. I can already tell what's happening. This is a prophecy of the future. Not a thing that takes place in the past. That's why Frankie is freaking the fuck out. So, here's what's happening. Okay? You got all these... I got to interpret this. So, this guy holding the sun is being attacked by this united force. So we got the minks, we got giants, we got mermaid, we got Loki, I would assume, other people in ships, ninjas, they look like ninjas, bunch of other people. Interesting flag, I don't know who exactly that is, but the robot type of guy, robot, it could be Frankie. Just could be another robot, one of the old robots that were created long ago. Could be Vegapunk and a robot, but this is probably the robot that was fighting alongside them at Egghead. Then there's angels. Could that be Lunarians? It could be, I don't know, Skypians. There's people on a whale. Not sure what to make of that. There are these clouds. There are these like raindrop looking things. Okay, hold on. Let's figure this out. This must be Eam, right? Like this big giant monster holding the sun, because they're all trying to fight this guy, who clearly has control. This guy is the guy in charge, or maybe, I don't know. So, oh no, the sun is the fucking, the thing that what's his name? Vegapunk created. It's the flame that never burns out, the mother flame, right? So this is the mother flame. It's what the world government needed to accomplish their goals. Their ultimate weapon. There's the moon, Eneru. There's a dragon and a boat that shoots lightning, and a boat coming up from below. And then there's two types of different animals and stuff, and an angel. This could be about people coming up to the surface. Is this Eam with the crown? I don't know. But this could be, the fact that this is coming up to the surface, this could be a prophecy about, the ship Noah taking... Like after, what's it called, is destroyed. After, what's it called? Fishman Island is destroyed. There's a prophecy about that. After it's destroyed, the ship carries the people to the surface, the Fishman people to the surface. Then there's fucking Eam with his lightning ship. But wait, hold on. Okay, wait. No, wait, hold on. No, this ship in the sky is Eneru's ship. This is not a fucking... I'm pretty sure. And there's lightning coming down from it. And it's striking the tree. And it's going towards this fucking... this guy that looks like Eneru. And then this guy... Is this also Eneru? I don't know. Who is this guy? Is this Eneru? Or is this Eneru? Are they both Eneru in just different points in time? So this is clearly Momonosuke, the dragon fighting the Jormungandr, because the Jormungandr must be like something related to the world government. So this is the world government's machine. They're standing on the clouds. They're producing steam. They're doing a bunch of mechanical shit. They're making shit happen. It's probably not good. There's people riding this up and then riding this up. It's like factory stuff. And then they're putting it in a boat. Okay, and then I feel like oh god, it's a lot. Okay, let's read it. I think I've gone as far as I can, but like it's clearly this is the prophecy. This is the third world. Okay, the first world, the earth is engulfed in flame, and the hearts of men burn with desire. They reach for the forbidden star. Holy shit, the forbidden star. The earth is engulfed in flame, and the hearts of men burn with desire. They reach for the forbidden star, from whispered prayers, the sun god rose. Beckoned by the enslaved, the god of the land was enraged. The god of the land was enraged. Maybe this god? I don't know. With the serpent of fire is this guy. Okay, so serpent of fire. They cast the world into ruin. Darkness fell. Death reigned. They would not meet again. Darkness fell. Death reigned. They would not meet again. So sun god versus the god of the land. Beckoned by the enslaved. Beckoned by the enslaved. The god of the land was enraged. With a serpent of fire, they cast the world into ruin. Darkness fell. Death reigned. They would not meet again. The second world. A breath stirred in the abyss. The god of the forest summoned its devils. So the god of the forest summoned its devils. Interesting. Okay. While the sun lit the embers of war. So this is like the OG Mother Flame, right? God of the forest summoned its devils. Is this related to the clan of D, potentially? Could be. While the sun lit the embers of war. Those of the half and full moons dreamed. The half and full moons. So one of them would be the Kosuki, which is the crescent moon. But the half and full moons... Yet the ones who slew the sun defied themselves, evoking the wrath of the sea god. So the ones who slew the sun defied themselves, evoking the wrath of the sea god. They would not meet again. So, okay, so the sea god is the serpent. So the serpent's clearly supposed to be a Jormungandr thing, of course. Like, that's what it's referencing. We know there's a big worm guy, but this is like a serpent, different from a worm. So this is like a Ragnarok style. Like, they're doing Ragnarok. Like, the end of One Piece is fucking Ragnarok, okay? That's what we're seeing right now. That's what's happening. Okay. Crazy. We're in a crazy, this is insane. Okay, so, breath stirred in the abyss. The god of the forest, summoned its devils. Okay. Evoking the wrath of the sea god, they would not meet again. Yet the ones who slew the sun defy themselves, evoking the wrath of the sea god. Is this the sea god? Is this the sea god? I wonder. They would not meet again. Okay. The third world. Chaos reigns. The world drifts in a void. Interesting. Yet time does not erase the memory of the promised day. Interesting. Okay. Its shadow looms as the voice of the half moon echoes through the ages. The voice of the half moon echoes through the ages. And once more, the sun god shall rise, laughing, dancing, guiding the world to its final act. 3 acts. Interesting. The sun is reborn. A new dawn will break. Dawn. Another option for what the will of D might stand for besides devil. Surely this time they will meet. This time they will meet. Interesting. Okay, so who will meet? The god of the earth and the god of the sun, the god of the sea god and the god of the sun god, the earth god and the sea god. I wonder. This is crazy. This is nuts. Next chapter. All right, we're gonna do. I think this is gonna be the last one. One more chapter. Oh shit. Okay. Holy fuck. At least for today. So yeah, we'll get to chapter 1140 and then we'll pick it up in our next stream. Okay, Oni Child, Yamato, the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, chapter 1139, Mountain Eater. Whoa. Oni Child, Yamato, and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, volume 25, 2 rebels apprehended. Interesting. Okay. So, who's who doing his thing out in the boonies, being a mob leader. What was this chapter called? Mountain Eater, right. Okay, that's gotta be the ancient worm, right? Or the ancient snake. At this rate, we'll still be looking after sundown. Just how big is this castle? The key hunt continues. Those guards were no help either. Honestly, the only ones who'd probably know where to find what we're looking for are a few of the graybeards like Elder Jarul. Oh, Sword Gramps. I wonder if he'd tell me if I asked. There's no way he would. Just trying to free Loki is a heinous crime. We haven't decided if we're gonna let him go yet. You're no fun, Zoro. So Luffy really wants to let him go. Because he's the warrior of liberation, my guy. He wants to let everybody be free. Hey, over here. What is it? So she found something. Gulp. A red carpet. The mark of nobility. Could that be the throne room? Interesting. Okay. And there's a pentagram there. Pardon the intrude. Wow. So he says, about to say pardon the intrusion, but wow. It's all smashed up. This rubble looks more recent. Oh shit. So we know there's a pentagram there, and there's one guy standing on the pentagram. Wait, is that just Luffy? They said they were going to call someone else to Elbaf. They were going to call another member of the God's Knights. So I think there's about to be a fight between whoever they call and Luffy, Zoro, Nami, and our homie here. This rubble looks more recent. There's a hole in the ceiling. Okay. This is the throne room, all right. But I must say, what is the meaning of this mark? A mark? Where? I see it now. I've seen these in books before. It looks like a magic circle. What's that? They apparently use them in rituals to summon demons in some countries. Oh yeah, like they did with Brook in the during the time skip. Huh? Does that really work? Beats me. So it's a pentagram. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. What's this thing doing here in the throne room? I must say, it's creepy. I feel like I saw something like this recently. Oh shit. Straw Hat Luffy, huh? Who's there? Is it a demon? He's super scared. No way, who said that? I must say, it couldn't be a vengeful spirit, could it? Oh, okay, that's Rodo. He's he's the Usopp of the group. I've been wanting to meet you. Stay calm, stay calm. Rodo's freaking the fuck out. Who are you? Show yourself. A demon was summoned. The castle really is cursed. Let's get out of here before we're possessed. Wait, don't run, Rodo. Wait. Gah! And then, as Rodo's running away, axe gets thrown. Gah! Eek! Gah! Don't drop us. So, looks like Zoro catches Nami. Phew! Thanks. So, no fanfare about it. Unlike, well, I guess Sanji didn't really have much fanfare when he caught her back in Whole Cake Island either. Hey, there's someone on the throne. I must say, I'm terribly sorry, Namitaso. You're dead. Oh shit. It is Scopper Gaban, baby. Let's go. Yasan. Human resident of Elbaf. Ex-pirate Yasan. Sir Ya, what are you doing here? So he threw a giant axe. Dude, this must be her husband, right? Does he have a wound? I don't know. It looks like he has a wound on the side of his face, but maybe that's just a scar. Yeah, this is Scopper Gaban, as we thought. He looks badass. I love this design of him, man. And Oda's been cooking this forever, dude. Like, I like that he's just an old man in a Hawaiian shirt, but then he also has like a cool-ass cape and a cool-ass sun hat from what's it called? Wano. That's so cool. Sir Ya, what are you doing here? Human resident of Elbaf, ex-pirate Yasan. I felt a strange surge of haki coming from here earlier. Looks like I missed whatever caused it, but I'm glad I found you all instead. I've heard rumors about you, Straw Hat Luffy. They say you defeated Kaido. It's been ages since I've been to Wano. I'd love to go again. Nice. Dude, I love Scopper. I love his fucking energy, dude. Dude's looking badass, man. What a cool design. Oda cooked. Oda fucking cooked. Let's go. Huh? Sir Ya? Most people on Elbaf call him Yasan. Didn't you meet Miss Ripley when you went to the school? Yeah, he's her partner. Right. So he's Ripley's boyfriend slash husband. Oh, he's the dad of that big pipsqueak. Big pipsqueak? Well, you ain't wrong. Nice. So this is actually Colin's father. That's pretty crazy. So you've already met Colin and Ripley. The boy's giant blood runs strong. He's always been too big for me to hold. Can you believe he's 20? And Ripley is 80 years old. She's even older than I am. Nice. I mean, she looks fucking great. That's crazy that he's 20. So he's like as old as Luffy, basically. The same age. Marrying a giant doesn't make sense. Not if I'm the only one getting old. No kidding. To think someone like you exists. Yeah, I mean, that's very kind of him not to want to, like, tie her down if he's not going to be around for as long as she is, you know? That's actually kind of a sweet sentiment. Love knows no bounds. And then he jumps down. Dude, fucking cool-ass grandpa. Is he going to give Luffy is Luffy going to get another training arc? Honestly, Scopper would be such a great, like, training partner. I would love a Luffy training arc with Scopper Kabayan. Love knows no bounds. Mixed race people have existed throughout history. Buccaneers, Dosundadas, long leg, long neck, Wotans, what the fuck? Buccaneers, Dosundadas? What's a Dosundada? Such hybrids are rare. So Buccaneers are hybrids. They're a hybrid between, like, what? Human and giant, maybe? Long leg, long necks, Wotans. What's a Wotan? Such hybrids are rare and often struggle to thrive on their own. But in every era, there have always been those who are more flexible, if you know what I mean. Okay, you old fucking pervy-ass Gramps. Fetish-ass bitch. Okay. You seem like an expert. Just who are you? I'm the missionary of love. I bet Sanji ends up like him when he's older. Honestly, that would be fucking awesome, dude. I think Sanji will end up with Pudding, though. I'm the missionary of love. Yeah, I mean, he is kind of like the Roger Cruz Sanji, so that's based. Anyway, old dude, we're looking for the key to free Loki. I must say, you shouldn't just blurt something like that out so casually. Why would he know anyway? Oh, forget I said that. It's too late. Oh, Loki, huh? Is he gonna actually do it? Interesting. Troublemakers, are ya? Dude, let's go. I love it. I love it too, man. I love Scopper Gaban. What a dude. Dude has the best energy. Dude just comes out here. He's fucking a giant. Like he's just like an old man retired on Elbaf, kind of guarding the place. He felt a bad energy coming from here. Now he's walking around. He's like, "You want to free Loki? Based, dude, based." Oh my god, what an awesome guy. I'm already loving him. What a vindictive old coot. Just keep it to yourself, okay? Rumors were made to spread, missy. I told you to quit it. I told you to quit it. Do you know what kind of man Loki is? What will you do if things go south? Beat him to a pulp and lock him back up. The one who locked him up before was none other than red-haired Shanks. Until that point, no one was able to stop him. Wow. Do you know the kind of power Loki wields? If there's even a slight chance of him running amok, have you thought of how many casualties will? Hang on! They just start walking away. Luffy and Zoro just like, alright, cool, bye. That's pretty funny. Well, the key's not going to find itself, and this old-timer sounds like he's going to go on for a while. Zoro and Luffy just be like, alright, see you later, long-winded geezer. That's so funny. Hey, what a waste of time. Zoro just like, alright, bye. Guys, we should take warnings like this more seriously. Nami, ever the voice of reason. My sincerest apologies, Sir Ya. There. Huh? And he clearly really likes them. He's like smiling. He's like, I'm sick of all your warnings. You scared or what? That's not it. So, Roger and Scopper getting into tiffs with each other back in the day. Very, very cute, very kawaii. If you want to stop me, you'll have to use force. We're just pointing out the risk, Roger, you dumbass. So he's a so I gotta say, I really like Scopper. He is a, like, a fucking rowdy fucker, like, gung-ho, like, well, I wouldn't say rowdy fucker. He is a risk assessment Chad. Like, let's be honest. Risks are based. Like, it's cool to take calculated risks. Not just any risks. Calculated risks are awesome. Take them when it's warranted. Like, don't throw your life away, but, like, when there's a risk worth taking, take it, but make sure to do the calculations first. I fucking like Scopper. He's my self-insert, dude. But I like that he looks upon those who throw caution to the wind, and he's like, that's based. I love people like that. That's really great. Really great characterization for Scopper. Hey, Roto, give that throne a push. What? So I imagine the key is behind the throne. Interesting. Did you know there were 2 other monstrous fighters on the Pirate King's crew besides Roger? It wasn't just Rayleigh? That's right. One time, when Captain Roger needed to recuperate, that man accompanied him to a hospital deep within the mountains, unfortunately. Wait. One time, when Captain Roger needed to recuperate. So, did you know there were 2 other monstrous fighters on the Pirate King's crew besides Roger? It wasn't just Rayleigh? That's right. One time Captain Roger needed to recuperate. That man accompanied him to a hospital deep within the mountains. Unfortunately, enemy pirates surrounded the hospital trying to capture them. But that one man, armed with nothing but his 2 axes, fought off hundreds of them all by himself. One man with just 2 axes? I love that we're hearing some of Scopper's feats. That's based. Nice, fought off hundreds of men all by himself. That's based. And that's not even the craziest part. When the battle was over, not a single tree was left standing. He stripped the entire mountain bare. What? That's next level deforestation. Yeah, we hate that. Okay, what? You know what? We thought Scopper was our new goats. Nah, man, we don't fuck with deforestation. Nah, I still fuck with Scopper. Very envious of Gabon. He's got it all. He's the GOAT. Yeah, dude, I mean, I aspire to be just like this man. Based Gaban. Like, loving it. I always liked Gaban. Like, he was always, like, kind of like a cool background character. But, like, I love that he's in the forefront now. This is awesome. I'm so excited to learn more about him. He's like a character I've been waiting to hear more about. That's how he got the name Mountain Eater. Oh, that's his nickname. His nickname is Mountain Eater. Okay. Okay, cool, cool. I like it. Everyone knows that tale, so Jinbei, I guess, had heard it before. Mountain Eater Gaban, wow. He rivaled Vice Captain Silver's Rayleigh and was known as the left hand of the Pirate King. Oh, shit. Nice, okay. A hidden room? Is it the treasure chamber? I love you, Yasan. Treasure, sir. Sir Ya, how do you know about this place? I love to explore. Whoa, a treasure. And there it is, the key. A treasure chest room. Why is it just the chests? Why is it just the chests? They're all empty. Gah, well, it used to be a treasure chamber. You liar. Don't blame me. This is an abandoned castle. It's only natural thieves wormed their way in at some point. Still, take a look at this. Oh, the key. A prize not even the thieves were willing to take. Interesting. Yay! Okay, so they found the key. Interesting, okay. In other words, even the bad guys don't want Loki freed. So you still want it? So you still want it? Huh? So, wait, is he about to fight? Oh, shit. Wait. Is he about to fight Luffy? Are we about to get Scopper versus Luffy? I think he got the nickname Mountain Eater another way. Humongous, you are the GOAT for that one, dude. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, dog. The mountain climber, the mountain eater. Whew. The mountain shooter. The mountain beater. God damn it. God fucking damn it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Even the bad guys don't want Loki freed. So you still want it, huh? What? You heard me. He's been living here in Elbaf for over 20 years now. No way! The living legend who stood shoulder to shoulder with Roger and Rayleigh? The Pirate King's left hand. If you want it, you'll have to get past me. Oh shit. So he's like the boss guarding the key. Scopper Gyaban. Let's go. The more accurate romanization so that his nickname, Yasan, would feel more intuitive, it may also tie into his epithet, Yamagure Mountain Eater. So, Yasan. Okay, Mountain Eater. Gotcha. Mountain Eater. Good one, dude. That was pretty good. You got me there. Okay. I'm gonna do one more chapter, dude. I'm having too much fun. I gotta see Scopper versus Luffy. I can't just leave it there. Come on now. Scopper Giban, chapter 1140. Oh shit. He's fucking with our girl. The based girl. Best girl. What's her name again? No, page 1 was her brother's name. She is Ulti. And I guess she has Sea Stone. She's cuffed with Sea Stone. Free my girl, Ulti. This is getting interesting. I will say, now that he's fucking with my girl, Ulti, I need this man to die. Immediately. I want Ulti to become their best friend. We need her on our side. She is too funny. And too much of an awesome, cute girl. I like her. Although I do like Who's Who as well. So a fight would be cool, but it's a cover story, so who knows if we'll actually get it. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 26. I'll beat you to hell if you lay a finger on Peiton. So Pepe, or page 1. Okay. Okay, let's get into the good stuff, dude. The Pirate King's left hand in the flesh. Why would we fight you over the key, old-timer? Just give it here. Sir Ya, what are you doing? What? Don't think you can take it? Haha. Why you? Okay. Luffy! Did you know my father's human too? He used to be a pirate, and he didn't fear anyone, not even the warriors of Elbaf. So Zoro was thinking about that. He's like, oh fuck, I don't know, Luffy. Just be aware that this guy's probably really strong. So he fucking tries to grab it. So he's trying to grab it. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And he's dodging. Grrr. Come on, old man. The sooner we get back to Loki, the sooner we get back to the feast. Then hurry and take it. Just watch me. And he jumps. And he's about to hit him. Hockey? Oh shit. So he jumps and he's going to hit him with the hockey key blast. Oof. Slammed him into the ground. Oh shit, so he's using the key as a weapon. That's awesome. Damn, that probably hurt too. Because Luffy's made of rubber, but this guy's fucking strong, and he just fucking slammed him. And we know that Rayleigh kind of danced around Luffy during their training, so yeah, this is nuts. Okay, so he flips back. Sir Ya! No way, Luffy! Wah! So he pops out. Nice straw hat you got there. It suits you better than that helmet, don't you know? Don't you think? Okay, so he's wearing a helmet, so maybe that absorbs some of the impact. Duh, it's my treasure. I'm holding onto it for Shanks. Now hand over the key. So I guess Shanks probably hangs out with Gaban fairly frequently, because they, they're buddies, right? Like, they were on the same crew, and, he probably looks up to Gaban, That makes sense. Duh, it's my treasure. I'm holding onto it for Shanks. Now hand over the key. So he's trying to grab at it, doing the Gatling grab. Holding onto it. Holding onto it? He didn't just give it to you? What a cheapskate. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You've got it wrong, dummy. And don't call him that. You don't know the first thing about him. Okay, that's funny. Blah. Get some. You've got a mouth on you, brat. Nice. So he's just fucking with Luffy. That's pretty funny. Tosses it into him. That's pretty funny. Huh? Axes? Grim Throng. Oh shit. So where did he get those axes from? He just pulled them out of hammer space? Like, did he have them sheathed somewhere? Like, what the fuck is happening? He's just like, all of a sudden he like spins his arms around and axes appear. Like, where the fuck did he get those? I didn't see those on him before. Huh? Axes? Grab. So he's gonna do a slice attack. Interesting. Grim Throng. I thought that said Grim Thong. This guy's got one thing on his mind and one thing only. So we get the double axe Gaban fight. Sick, dude. Luffy's like, oh shit! And all of a sudden, Luffy, dodge! and cuts this shit up. And Zoro blocks one of them. Nice. Luffy dodges, Zoro blocks one of the attacks, and there's a bajillion blade attacks. Zoro was only able to block the one. Rumble, and they destroy part of the castle. Holy shit. He's got a fine crew. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Nice. I mean, Zoro was able to tank a hit. That's pretty cool. And he destroys one of the castle's steeples. People are bound to notice that, right? I feel like people have to take notice of that. He's got a fine crew. Oh shit. So this is happening. Roto is like, what the fuck? Let's go, Zoro. So now Luffy, he's got the fucking horns on him. Right. So Luffy and Zoro are going all out now. This is that white form I heard about. Okay, interesting. Crumble, and it's falling to earth. Wow. Brace yourself. I give up. What? Huh? I mean, he was about to go in. He had like a twinkle in his eye. Come on, Scoffer. You can't give up right when they're about to get serious. They're like, brace yourself. Damn, okay. I give up. Stop jerking us around, Gramps. Yeah, don't get worked up. I was just fooling around. You tried to kill me and you think we'll just laugh it off? You're still alive, aren't you? Anyway, the key you're after is right behind you. I mean, he already did give it to them. That's true. Luffy Tasso, everyone. This guy is... Don't be hasty, Roto. If Elbaf is still safe by the time you decide to leave, come find me. Oh shit, okay. Interesting, okay. So it's like we're not going to get all the Scopper stuff right now. We're building up to... I mean, this is like shonen as fuck, and I love it. This is amazing. God, I'm loving Scopper. What a cool guy. If Elbaf is still safe by the time you decide to leave, so he's like an end of the arc thing. Like, this is, you know, we're going to get some lore. He's going to, like, tell us where the last road poneglyph is, right? Something like that. Something like that's going to happen. Or at least where to find it. Come find me. Why would I? I never want to see you again. That's right, you moron. Thanks for the key, but there's no way we're gonna seek you out anytime soon. Interesting, okay. Honestly, Shanks, you really think I'd trust him that easily? Fair enough, do as you please, Gyaban. Interesting, so him and Shanks were powwowing, and he's like, look, you can trust Straw Hat Luffy. And he's like, do you really think I'd trust him that easily? Fair enough, do as you please, Gyaban. That's cute. That's a really cute encounter. Interesting, okay. Very interesting. Miss! Looky, out there. Huh? What's all the hubbub? It's a birdie! All the excitement over a bird? It's a really, really weird one. Huh? Where is it? Oh shit. Realm of the Sun. There's a school here. How perfect. I'll summon them. Oh shit. Very well. So we're about to summon more God's Knights. Okay, so she makes a pentagram like Saturn did. And then all of a sudden, who else is coming? 2 more? So not the whole crew, but two more God's Knights. Lightning comes down, and they have been summoned. Understood. No, I don't mind going. Just tell me where we're leaving from. The abyss will be... Just tell us where we're leaving from. The abyss will be where... Be where now? Be there now? I don't know what that means. Okay. The fuck? Nah, it's fine. But we'll have some time before, right? You know, to get dressed and stuff. We were teleported before they were ready. This guy's just in his underwear. Okay, that's actually genuinely very funny. I kind of like these guys. This is bad. This is so bad. This is bad. Okay, what? Can I at least have an hour? Also, what is the current situation? I'm talking about the provisions. What else? What else? It won't do for us gods to starve, right? Hello? What's with this thing? Is it the telepathic signal? God's Knight, House Shepherd. House Shepherd? That seems kind of racist. God's Knight, House Shepherd, Saint Summers. Okay. Interesting. So we got another God's Knight. God's Knight's House Limoziv? Oh, these are the house they belong to. House Shepherd, House Limoziv, Saint Quillingham. And he's a weird fucking mythical Zoan, definitely, but like a weird, like, seahorse looking guy? What? I'm gonna be late. I won't make it. I was half asleep. Where are we going again? Where are we going again? Okay, so Gonko, what are you doing in my manor? Huh? Shamrock's here too. What? We're in Elbaf. He's putting on his pants. Okay, that's genuinely very funny. I can't help but kind of like him, St. Summers. And they're both pretty silly. I like that they're goofballs. So this guy's a mythical Zoan. Very cool. The summoning brought my couch too. Big surprise. So, this is the land of giants, huh? Everything's huge. I only wanted one person. Why are there two? It's because you're meant to go home, Captain. I am? It's an order from above. So that's what it is. Interesting. So they only need 3, but they brought 2 instead. I suppose the situation in the Holy Land has gotten dire recently. Everything started to spiral downhill after the reverie started. It'd be best for you to hurry back there, Shamrock. It's interesting that the God's Knights feel more secretive than CP9 or CP0 ever have. You know what I mean? And also, like, way more powerful and influential. I guess because they're actually members of the nobility. So, it seems like they've been out on missions too. Like, this is them going to a country to just destabilize it, which you think would be a Cypherpole move, but in this case, it's all God's Knights. I wonder what, like, the breakdown in responsibilities are between Cypherpole and God's Knights. That is something I'd be interested in learning more about. I suppose the situation in the Holy Land has gotten dire recently. Everything started to spiral downhill after the reverie started. It'd be best for you to hurry back there, Shamrock. Anyway, wait, do they call him Captain Shamrock? Oh, okay, no, just Shamrock. Anyway, why don't you brief us on the current mission? What are we doing in a non-member nation like this? Were you visiting Harald's grave or something? Interesting, so they maybe had communication with Harald? Okay, this guy looks badass. Holy, and the fucking thorn sword, that looks sick as shit. What the fuck? Alright, I get it. So we just need to nab those brats and take them back to the Holy Land. Although I guess these particular kids are a bit too big to just stuff in a bag or something. I mean, that's crazy that he's saying this, like, so nonchalantly, but alright. Yeah, I mean, this guy looks pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. He looks pretty cool. Pretty strong. And those without the mark can't pass through the abyss. What that means, we'll have to spirit them away by ship. Ingrate. With your combined powers, we could make a game out of this. Oh shit. So these guys are fucking sadistic as fuck. They're gonna make a game out of, like, who can capture the most kids. Oh god, Jeffrey Epstein. Are these guys in the files? Someone call Child Protective Services immediately. What kind of plan is he concocting? So, we know that these guys love playing games. They did it on the fucking God's Valley, where they were hunting people and also devil fruits, and it was a big game to everybody. They love games. They do things for fun. They hunt people for fun. They're apparently doing that here as well. So, holy fuck, that was wild. What a crazy turn of events. We got Skopper Gaban, we got God's Knights going on a child hunt. What more could you ask for? I mean, this is all very interesting. I wish I had more to say. I've been talking throughout this, so hopefully you guys get a sense of how I'm feeling. Loving this arc so far. It feels super unpredictable, and I'm loving that. I feel like we're learning a lot of interesting things. We're getting, you know, characters that in some ways maybe I expected, but I wasn't like 100% sure would show up. And it's really cool. Like, I love seeing all these different characters interact. I love seeing the way the story is progressing. I'm very curious if Shanks will show up or if we get him like in the next arc. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very curious to see where this goes. It feels like it's about to escalate into some crazy shit. But if I'm being honest, I can't even begin to predict where this is gonna go. This arc has thrown me for a loop so far, and it just keeps doing it. And I love it. I love how unpredictable it's been. Best arc in the New World, potentially. I mean, Whole Cake Island is still my favorite New World arc so far. I would say Egghead, probably a close second. It was also very cool, very unpredictable, very fun. This is gearing up to, like, this. For me, I already think this might have surpassed Egghead a little bit. Well, it's hard to say. This has been really cool. Like, the setup here, I think, is even better than the Egghead setup. I'm really excited to see where this goes. Please don't botch it, Oda. Please follow through. Please be cool. You usually do in some capacity, but you've made some mistakes before. You got this, Oda. I trust you. All right, guys. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. We've been streaming for about 3 hours. We've gotten through 6 chapters. It's not bad. It's not bad. We made some progress today. I'm excited to read more. Not sure if I'll be able to stream again before the new year, but if I don't see you, you know, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and you know, whether you had a great 2025 or a shitty 2025, the new year's about to start. Time to you know, get your shit on the right path. So I'm working on that. Hope you're working on that too. I hope y'all have a great time. Sorry I showed up late, but I had a great time. Yo, Humongous, you were a great addition. Thank you for showing up. Hope to see you in a future stream as well. But yeah, this has been a fun one, guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Later.